I don't really spend a lot of time on the internet.
Oh.
Moody stands 5'2" in his boots and his pride. Hair like a fire on the 4th of July. Always caught a lion and he don't give a stitch. He lives with his mom but I swear he's rich. Yeah, brags about his cash flow, says he's better than you, but always starts limping when his bills are due. Can't get out of bed, dying every other day, but when Foodie Beauty uploads, all his problems go away. Oh, red-headed Moody, where did your money go? Bought a bunch of baseball cards, but can't pay what you owe. Now discovers in court and Visa is mad. MasterCard's crime, we've all been had. And Moody sits back in his dirty Madden tee and says you can't sue a man with a fatal disease. He once planned his funeral, divided all his assets. Baseball cost his mama, always dead to his daddy. He said to them both, I'm not long for this world. It's time to go to heaven, see my OnlyFans girl. He's got unopened bills stacked on his twin-sized bed. A summons from court, and though we told him he's dead, he says that's just a concept, it's a trick of the mind. Just buy what you want, leave your credit score behind. People say to Moody, why won't you pay your debts? Put down the bras and panties, make a bill payment instead. Get GorlicBread a break, get a job to pay you well. You're not allergic to work, you're what they call an insult. But Moody just shrugs, eats his hot pocket and glee, and says you can't arrest a short man with a really bad knee. So if red-headed Moody walks up into your store, remember it's cash, only a show is at the door. He'll run and cry to mama, I don't wanna work for crumbs. I found a gig that pays well and I love being a bum. Red-headed Moody loves, yes, a red-headed Moody loves. Oh, red-headed Moody loves.
Bitch, show it. Show it. Show it. Show the fucking screenshots. Man.
Happy Monday. It is Monday, December 1st. You know what that means. 7 more days until your boy's 45 and a success. Woo! Can't wait. But that's not what we're here today for. We're not here to wax my metaphorical meat. I can't think. What is it? Wax? I should have said blow my metaphorical horn, but Dusty would have made it dirty no matter how I said it. We are here for Mr. GorlicBread because a comment that was left on my last stream has really just... I read a comment, and I'm going to put it up in a little bit, and I read that stream, and I read the comment, and I was like, oh, and it just made me think of an angle of something that I haven't even talked about yet when it comes to GorlicBread and his new fake outrage with FFG. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to revisit one of GorlicBread's hits, the stream where he told people 4 years ago, last week, that he was dying, and that somebody was going to take over his channel, and that his stem cell treatments were his only hope, and he then made a miraculous recovery, came to GorlWorld, got engaged to every woman he could find, and now he's a walking, talking miracle. So, but before we get to that, little FFG update. Oh boy, it's Fidel. Fidel's rolled out of her bed today to cause trouble. Bless her heart. So anyways, so FFG came back. I tuned for like 2 minutes because I just don't care about Foodie Beauty. I wasn't sure if she was going to like address anything else. But she came back and she went right into Chantal Foodie Beauty content. She didn't address anything, particularly when the cat died. Frankly, I don't care when the cat passed away at this point. But people are still pretending to care. They're really mad about it. But it sounds like when my pre-stream research, she had about 2,500 people per a Twitter tweet on Twitter that tagged me. I forget who it was. I'm sorry, but they tagged me on Twitter and said she had 2,500 people, which is not her normal like 3,000 and change. But I guarantee you it's not enough of a loss to satiate the hyenas. And based on some tweets I've already seen, they are not happy. I mean, one of them is pretending to be happy, where her normal bullshit bother tweet ending with LMAO, because that's what she does. But the other ones don't seem pleased, and I think they're all confused as to why FFG still had 2,500 people. Why wasn't she canceled? Because nobody listens to me when I tell you they don't give a fuck about your personal vendettas, your bruised ego, and your own shitty history on this platform. They want Chantal content. They want it from you. They want it from FFG. They don't care how badly your feelings were hurt by FFG, and they certainly don't care about you trying to suddenly care about a cat that you didn't give a fuck about a year ago, 2 years ago. So I think they're all mad. It is what it is. Interesting question, though. Did Just Saying get her fundraiser today? Do we know? There was supposed to be a Just Saying fundraiser today for her cancer treatments, and we heard all about it, but I didn't see one, so not sure what happened with the fundraiser, but it is what it is. So I think they're still upset, but she did her stream, and she stuck to her fundraising commitment, where she stated that all of her streams for December would be associated to a fundraiser for the ASPCA. And I went and checked before starting the stream, and it looks like they donated $893 for the ASPCA. And it sounds like her plan is to do that for the whole month of December, and they're bitching about that too. How dare you ask your people for charity? How dare you ask your audience to give money to a charity? And some of the people saying that were the ones who were using Just Saying's cancer diagnosis to try to repair their images here in Gorl World. So it's really fucking fascinating to watch all of it. It cracks me up. But yeah, so 2,500 people, $893 donated. I mean, obviously, she didn't have her normal 3,000 plus. Some people appear to have unsubscribed. But as I've predicted, I think if she continues on with her, oh no, Smythe, no, so you can't do that here, Smythe7, and we'll tell you why. Well, I'll correct you in a moment. She lost some people, but I think that if she continues with her Chantal content, they'll probably come back. And I think the biggest tell is going to be when she does a stream that's not for fundraising. To see how much money she actually makes outside of that, because that $893 could have just been, people wanting to give to charity to spite her. I don't fucking know. So I think we're not really going to know until all of this is over and she goes back to regular streams. So, no, Smite7. FFR was horrible to Just Saying. Seems a lot Gigi doesn't know. No, Smite7. Myself, Belinda, Peanut/Pistachio/ whatever the fuck nut she is today, and so many others called that out at the time. And the Yabas and the Charlie Golds, none of them said a fucking word about it. We've been calling her out for years here. We've been pointing out problematic history, problematic decisions, problematic moves that she has made, and it all fell on deaf ears. Bye, Smythe. I would leave too, since it just made you look dumb. Goodbye. We have been calling it. Nobody ever cared about what happened with Just Saying at the time, because they were all too afraid to speak up against FFG, because all they wanted was that money and her views and her audience. So don't come in here and tell me that she was horrible to just saying, and Gigi doesn't know. Gigi called it out and was like, damn, you're going to throw your friend under the bus like that? I'm pretty sure I even made a meme on the Twitter of poor Just Saying being thrown in front of a bus. We been knew. Just because you guys pretended not to know because your fatty overlords told you to ignore it because they needed FFG's audience and money, that's a you problem. That is not a GG problem. So we will see what happens next. We'll see if she continues forward. But there's been a lot of hypocrisy about this, of course, from the usual suspects on Twitter complaining about charity. I think on the last stream we read a tweet from one of the Porkies who was complaining that how dare you do fundraising in December, which is crazy because December is supposed to be a charitable month. Like, it's literally the one month of the year you should associate with donations and charity. But they're still complaining about it. But kudos to Aunt Jackie Stan, or Jackie's Aunt Stan on Twitter, who then responded and was like, do you mean like Just Saying's fundraiser? Like, isn't that the same thing? So I thought that was fucking great too. It is what it is. Yeah, Carolina, I mean, look, I know the BBJ stuff. I'm not that invested. She took the cat. I thought it was weird at the time that she went and got that cat, but everybody applauded her and said she was a hero and she was this, she was that. And me, Belinda, and others were like, damn, that's fucking weird. But no one else seemed to think it was weird. When Just Saying got the boot, we thought that was weird, but no one else seemed to think that was weird. Now, we got all these creators and we got the audacity of people on Twitter going, I see people are once again seeing Charlie Gold was right. Excuse me? What was Charlie Gold right about? Because when Charlie Gold was licking that FF Fupa, we were calling out FFG on this side of the aisle. The only reason why Charlie and her friends are calling out FFG now is because they've been lying in wait trying to get their hand on that bag, and they want that December bag. And we all know Charlie can't let nothing go. FFG smited her. And look at Rachel. That Rachel lady, she was doing great. She was doing what other people in this community do, paying for tea or reaching out. The same shit Jordy does all the time. But Rachel's fatal mistake was she had something terrible to say about Charlie Gold behind the scenes. And they were often running. Her and Hecticana had to get smacked around for that. They don't care about the cat. They care about preserving their bags and hurting creators who they feel have slighted them or who they feel do not deserve the success that they have. Because when you're doing this for 10 plus fucking years and somebody rolls in and in 4 years surpasses you on every level possible, I assume it would drive you nuts. Because Highled, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I'm not going to get outraged over a cat that everybody applauded her for. There were so many other things that she should have been called out for that it all went ignored. I'm not going to go lose my mind that she told people, stop giving me cat money, and people continued giving her cat money. If you're too stupid to save your own money because you think that sending $50 to a stranger online just to spite Chantal is more important than paying your bills, I don't know what to tell you at this point. She said multiple times, I don't need BBJ money. Stop sending me BBJ money. And I'm going to say this again. Y'all should be lucky she didn't tell the truth, because had she come live the day she put BBJ down, she would have made more money in one night than all 3 biggest reaction channels combined make in a month. I guarantee you. Exactly. Yaba wouldn't even watch Just Saying at the time. None of them would use Just Saying's videos at the time because they were too afraid of the FFG backlash. Now they want to be Just Saying friends. It's ridiculous. It's sad. And I feel bad for Just Saying because she's obviously in a tough position with the cancer. But however, I would be telling these women to go fuck themselves. Like, there's no way in hell I would let them use my disease to try to get one over on the community. But it is what it is. So we knew, we've been telling people, nobody wanted to listen, and now they're all acting brand new over the cat. They don't care about the other shit. And to be honest with you, Highlight, after everything I've witnessed over the last 2 years from other reaction channels, I'm having a hard time trying to find the anger over a woman who didn't tell her community the cat's dead. I mean, we got elderly people being called in nursing homes and harassed, siblings being harassed in the middle of the night, spouses being called, false court documents being filed, false police. I'm sorry. I cannot look at a pile of garbage that is the people crying right now and say, yeah, you guys are totally right about this cat. No, I'm sorry. The cat's dead. At least FFG has the urn, which I think is kind of like says a lot that FFG kept that urn because, you know, she didn't have to do that and the brother said she did. But I'm sorry, like, I cannot sit here and weep over an old cat dying and nobody being told about it when we have the level of garbage that we have in Gorl World masquerading as not garbage. But I'm loving all of it. I'm loving the fact that she had 2,500 people in chat. The fact that she raised this money. No matter how many differences I have with FFG. Faith Ludlow, we sure do. 7 more days, baby. No matter how many issues I have with FFG, I'm not going to hate on this. And if she does this almost every day, all that money to go to ASPCA, I'm sorry. I'm not going to hate on that. Anybody who hates on this, it just needs to come fucking clean and just be like, look, I'm bitter. I'm jealous. I should be making that money. It should be going in my own pocket because there's no other fucking excuse at this point. So I don't know. I can't be mad at that. But there's a lot of other things that FFG has said and done. And I've brought that to light over the years and nobody cared about it. So do not come here expecting me to care about a cat when I kept saying, hey, this and that and this and that, and everybody turned a blind eye. They turned a blind eye to just saying. They turned a blind eye to receipts. They turned a blind eye to her behavior. Now they're asking, well, why is Gigi half-ass defending her? No, Gigi's just not a fucking bandwagon riding sucker. I'm gonna call it like it is. None of these bitches care about the cat. End of story. She should have. I wish she had told people she put the cat down, just so I could have watched her made thousands and thousands of dollars in one night, because that would have been even funnier. So frankly, FFG, if you get this clip, I wish you had told motherfuckers that cat was deceased, because it would have been amazing to watch them all seethe as the money came rolling in, aka like Evita style. And the money came rolling in from every side. Okay, here we go. So I think that's the FFG update. There's, like I said, I didn't watch her stream. She did all Foodie Beauty, and I don't care about fucking Foodie Beauty. Bless her heart. But I guess Foodie went live today for the first time in days. So thank God the leeches of Gorl World are probably like, oh, we have content. We can buy Christmas gifts this year. Shantan went live. But the moment I heard her going out about the moment I heard her going on about, okay, we're gonna watch Foodie today, I said, nope, I'm done, and I left. So it is what it is. What's Vidal and Mudslicker doing? Are they talking shit with each other? I initially thought maybe her job, and then now she's the cash, but I don't know. Something changed. Oh, I don't know. What we got? Oh, you talking about FFG? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Yeah, when are we gonna get more information about that Canada trip? Although technically they haven't accepted money from it, although they were selling merchandise. So if there is no trip in the next 1 to 2 years, one could say that too was a scam, because if I'm buying a shirt from you to advertise a trip that you claim you're going to take me on, and then the trip never happens, one could very much say that is a scam. But I leave that up to the fucking idiots like Miss T and Moo, who actually buy merchandise from those people. The same people who have gladly said, yeah, of course we dox people. It's what we do, right? It's what we do, of course. Do I have that soundbite? Hold on. Do I have that soundbite? Let me see. No, do I not have that? I thought I had that damn... Hold on. Anyways, I don't know where the hell that damn clip went, but I have a soundbite somewhere where, oh, Vidal, what do you mean what changed? Oh my gosh, nothing changed. She's been waiting for this moment forever. She's been waiting for this moment forever. She still talks about me, Vidal, 5 years later. I still get messages saying Charlie brought you up on her stream last night. I said, why? Because she's still fucking pissed off that 5 years ago. I said, I'm not going to get into a back and forth with her at this point. I randomly talk about her. But that's what Charlie cannot let anything go. She is a cow. She, and now that she knows that FFG was gunning for her, you know, was talking about her behind the scenes and gunning for her bag or whatever, Charlie's going to be fixated on FFG now. And it's not going to work. Because they don't care. Nobody cares about Charlie's lack of rent payments. Nobody cares about the poverty pigs. They care about Chantal, end of story. Oh, Kate, it was supposed to be today. That was supposed to be today, but we'll see if that actually happens. Anywho, so, okay. Grumpy Gremlin 12345 sent me left this comment on my last video, and I read it, and then I read it again. Can you guys hear my ceiling fan? Because I'm going through menopause, I think. I'm almost 45. I'm sweating. I worked out, took a shower, so now I have the post-workout shower sweats. So I got the fan going at medium. I want to put it on high. Hold on, I'm going to put it on a high because I'm sitting here like literally like I feel like I'm in an oven. Let me know if it's too high, if you guys can hear swirling. If it is, I'll put it on medium. I just put it back on high. Anyway, she still felt... Yeah, well, Glasgow, the funny part about that situation is... She posted 6 months ago she's done with live streams because she still couldn't lose weight. She said she was going on a weight loss injection drug and she was going to work with professionals again. And she was going to stop doing live streams for a while. She hasn't stopped. So it's always interesting how she can get away with false promises and what people would say are scams, but everyone else is a scammer. Anywho, this comment triggered a light bulb in me that really got me thinking, and I was like, oh, wow. So, Grumpy Gremlin 12345 says, am I low? How low am I? Am I low for everybody else? Because my microphone levels, I'm at my normal speed. I mean, I can go up a little bit. Hold on. My speed. Look at me talking speed. I'm losing my mind. What am I talking about speed? All right, how is this? I put it on 35 since the fan is... I put it on 36 since the fan is kind of loud now. Oh, that's okay. That's the part that kicks me out. That cracks me up. Charlie kissing ass with Yavin and Sam while claiming she's a fuck of people who dox the audience is super odd. Exactly. But not just that. Charlie said they were microaggressive. Remember? They were making cis a thing. Cis, that's microaggressions. And then Yaba got upset and said, insinuated that Charlie was trying to start a race war and said that DC was protecting her precious Charlie. They went back and forth. Yaba even made a fucking weird comment about how Callie doesn't like white women, but she sure loves her white men. Like, all of this triggered so much trauma because we all know how racism just sends Charlie into a trauma spin. Like, she just collapses like a little, oh, racism. We all know how much Charlie Gold actually cares about racism, right? Now, all of a sudden, they're besties now. They're promoting each other's videos because, again, they don't care. Now it's too loud? Damn it. Was it just that one person who had bad sound? All right, I'm going to go back down a little bit. I think it was just that one person. I'm going to 32, happy medium. So anyways, so of course now she doesn't care because that's what Charlie does. This is nothing new. It's why I try not to fuck with her too much because fucking back and forth with Charlie, it's just a circle that never ends. It's been 5 fucking years. Like, if I were her, I would focus this energy on weight loss, right? Because that's how she grifted her audience. She talks about scamming, right? She loves talking about scammers. This person that. Let's not forget how Charlie Gold became Charlie Gold. 2016 forward. She went to anybody. She even tagged the Kardashians. She tagged Ellen DeGeneres. She tagged Oprah. She was tagging everybody she could for the last 9 years. Help me. I want to be a weight loss success. Send me to Hawaii. Put me on a reality show. She finally gets Obese to Beast and Alan Roberts' attention. Her channel blows up, and what's the first thing she does? Oh, this is hard work. I'm just gonna go attack fat women instead. And that's literally how she got to where she is today. So it cracks me up when she talks about people getting scammed and stuff. I'm like, weren't you a weight loss channel and you're still filming from the chin up? But I digress. Okay, stop it. We have to get back to Gigi. to GorlicBread. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Okay, so anyway, Grumpy Gremlin says, when Gorlick was dying and got the life-saving stem cell treatment and made a miraculous recovery, do you know if he received donations and money to help him with his phantom illness? If so, he is worse than Chantal taking money from Sansa. Chantal at least gave some to Sansa, so I believe Sansa is a little girl with Down syndrome in Syria. And certainly way worse than FFG getting money for BBJ. It is illegal, actually. So I hearted that comment. I didn't really think much about it. I was like, yeah, fuck him. Then I read it again, and I was like, wait a minute. I read it a second time, and in my head, I hear him saying, show me where I asked for money, guys. Show me where I asked for money, guys. And then I started thinking of our last couple of streams. Because his whole argument that I've heard with FFG has been, she didn't have to ask for money, guys. She knew what she was doing by when she took that cat. She knew what she was doing when she brought up the collar. And I was like, this motherfucker. I got him again. The amount of times I've clocked this mofo with his own words needs to be studied, because his whole argument is FFG didn't have to ask for anything. She took advantage of the community because she knew that by getting that cat and talking about that cat, people would throw money at her. And I'm thinking, you mean like, I don't know, if you tell people you're dying? Do you mean like if you're telling people you're so sick, terminally ill? You didn't ask for money though, right? But I could argue that you knew what you were doing by telling people that information, right? So I'm like, you know what? Let's revisit, because we all know how much Captain Savebone loves when I watch this video. Let's revisit Ryan Moody 21's November 2021 video, where Gorlick, before he was GorlicBread, tells his audience, insinuates that he's dying, right? And that's the video that led to people asking him if he had cancer, and not once did he say I don't. People were doing hashtag fuck cancer, hearting it. Hashtag Moody Strong, hearting it. But he says, I never said I had cancer. And I never asked for money, guys. So what's the FFG fucking problem then? Because your argument is, FFG didn't have to ask for money, guys. He is such a little kiss ass. Watching him run around to like Yava's chats again, like, hi everybody, hey guys. And then he, of course, went live last night after Yava finished her live. It's not working. It's not working. His video count, unless he's clickbaiting, are not where it used to be. He did a live stream earlier today. I think it has 2,200 views. It's not working, but it's fun to watch. So I thought this was adorable. I said, let's watch this again. And I do want to ask a question. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but I didn't have a chance to go look. So I got a message yesterday that somebody goes, Gigi, you missed something important that Bridget said in one of her videos, because you talk too much. I said, yeah, fucking own it. What did she say? I don't remember this, but you guys tell me if you remember, and I haven't had a chance to go look. She says in one of her videos, and I'm paraphrasing what this person told me, and if you're in chat and you want to take ownership, say hello. Your mom was on the couch your mom needed her pills or her medication or something, and you were too lazy to stop playing video games and get off the couch to give it to her. And I don't remember Bridget saying that, but she could have. I talk a lot. And I said, okay, so what are you trying to tell me here? Like, what are you saying? Because I was having a moment last night. And he goes, Gigi, you've theorized that he does live with his mom, but Bridget, that's the one thing Bridget doesn't want to admit, because it's embarrassing enough. She flew across the country to bang that guy. How sad would it be if he did live with his mom and she went to his mom's house to bang him? And I was like, oh, I get what you're saying. Why would his mom have been sitting there with her, unless she travels with her medication? Why would he be sitting on a couch playing video games with his mom needing medication, but him being too lazy to get up? And if your mom is that frail where someone needs to give her medication, I'm assuming she's not going to be in a capable state or in a good state where she can easily travel like that. So why were the three of you in the same house and his mama needed medication? And Bridget will, in about 24 hours, then she'll be like, someone told me cauliflower, booty hole, butthole, whatever face, is saying this. So she'll come up with a story for it. But if she did say this, which I need to go back and listen now, that to me is like, I think I'm right. I think she was, it was already embarrassing enough knowing you banged GorlicBread of all incels in this place. But to go bang him when he lived with his mama, because why would his mother be there? And then she'll say, we were visiting his mom. So he keeps a video game system at his mom's house? He has an Xbox or whatever. He has a PS5, Xbox X at his apartment, and he also has one at his mom's house too. I think when Bridget talks about his dirty little house, I think she's just talking about his dirty little room in mama's house. That's my opinion. I don't know. I do love watching GorlicBread though. He was complaining, he was bragging about his analytics, of course. And he was getting ahead of the game and letting everybody know, hey, Pretty much if you're new here, you're going to hear a lot of stories from failed reaction channels about me faking cancer, and that never happened, and everything these people say has been proven a lie. So I saw that comment, and I was going to comment and say, show it. Where has this been proven a lie?
Bitch, show it.
Because I haven't seen it being proved a lie, but he's trying to get ahead of the game, but whatever. So this is his... I'm going to let you listen to this video. And I want you to listen to this video, and I want you to act like GorlicBread listening to FFG when he says she didn't have to ask for money. She didn't have to do it. So you listen to this video, and you tell me what you get out of it. Do you get a cancer feeling out of it? Do you get him dry begging out of it? Because I'm trying to understand the difference between FFG taking that cat and leading an audience on to giving her money without directly asking for it, and GorlicBread telling people he's dying but not asking for money. So what else would he have gotten out of this deal? All right, let's listen. It's only 6 minutes. I'm going to speed up to 1.25. I'm going to try to shut up. I know I say that all the time, but you know how I roll. All right. Oh, hold on. There's no audio. Sorry. I just saved you his really stupid intro song. You're welcome. Oh, there it is. Damn it.
What is going on, guys? It's going to be a difficult video here. I've probably recorded this, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It's hard to get through it without having a breakdown or my voice cracking, but I feel like, you know, just going to have to roll through this. So, actually wrote some notes down, so I covered everything here. About 2 months ago, I started to have some issues physically that I was dealing with. I waited about a month, which would probably be the precursor to all this. If you guys start to have, you know, serious problems, then you need to go get evaluated right away.
No, and I know, Gigi, shut up. But you know what? I realize I can't shut up because I have to remind you of things as this is happening. Ready? 2 months ago, I started having issues. But when he did an update in 2023, because I was on his ass, and he had to answer because Bad Seed responded to it, he then changed the story and said, doctors had been warning me for some time that I was doing damage to my body. So he hasn't even kept the story consistent.
You know, I was too stubborn for my own good. You know, typical guy stuff, right? I'll drink more water. This will go away. I don't have a problem. This can't be happening. So didn't seek help right away. Last month, I did obviously get to a position where I had to go. You know,
and Hyled, that's where I come from in all of this. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and say I hate FFG. I don't even hate other people. I'm not gonna give my energy to hate people on the fucking internet. But it chaps my ass when I see these frauds like Charlie and friends sitting here on this platform. I mean, they do it with Chantal. It's bad enough watching them flex on Chantal when they're all overweight. Some of them had to literally finally had to go get surgery just to keep the fork out of their mouths. And they say all this crazy shit, but then they will ignore the GorlicBreads, the Farrah fiascos. Like, that's where I'm coming from with these FFG streams. This isn't a defensive FFG. She should have told the people the cat died. I wish she had. But the outrage coming from people who ignore cancer scammers, who ignore outright racists, Farrah fiasco calling Middle Eastern men a sand N-word, belonging to a Second Life group called N-words with attitude. Charlie Gold hasn't said a word about any of that. She hasn't mentioned a word about GorlicBread's cancer, because she's hyper-focused on FFG, because FFG makes the money. And at the end of the day, Charlie McCall don't give a fuck about nobody's racism, because if she did, she wouldn't be back with the Indiana poverty pigs. All she cares about is, how can I use racism to make my critics look bad and take... That's all she fucking cares about. That's all she cares about. It's been 5 fucking years. The fact that more people still don't see that, and she's openly... It's out there for the world to see now. How do you go from you're a microaggressive racist to, hey girl, let's tackle FFG together? All right, cool.
You know, seek medical assistance, and in the process of that, have learned that a couple things are happening. You know, number one, it looks like I have a kidney and a bladder disease.
Reminder for those of you who don't remember, 2 years later, this kidney and bladder disease became a liver issue. He was in a stage something liver issue. So that also changed.
As far as treatment goes, it looks like they're going to have to put in some stents just for comfort. I'm not in pain. I'm just in discomfort. But other than that, you know, I don't know how...
2 weeks later, he was miraculously included in a stem cell trial of some sort. And the stem cells cured him, right? Hasn't explained what it cured. Hasn't explained how the stem cells worked. Hasn't explained how he got them. because everything I look up in the state he lives in, it's not a common thing, a common treatment. None of that. He just throws shit out there, and then that's it.
How good the long-term
Capone, you just killed me with enemy of my enema. I'm dead.
how good the long-term diagnosis looks. So, with that said, this was a difficult conversation to have with my family, and I feel like you guys are part of my family. It's a difficult conversation to have with you. I feel like the other videos I had a lot more to say.
Not yet, Sal.
But,
hold on. He talks about it in a minute.
There's just not a lot to be said, really. I've enjoyed my life. I've had the best life ever. I don't think some of you can even comprehend how happy I am, and I've always been. I feel like I've lived 3 different lives. I got to go out. If we could go back and you could sit beside me in kindergarten and you would say, Ryan, write down all the things you want to accomplish and where you want to go in life. I honestly would have accomplished every single one. So, I can't have any type of guilt. I don't want any type of sympathy. Save that for somebody that actually needs it, because it's not me. I am content with, everything in my life. It's a scary thing to look at. It's hard.
Oh, did he say he got in a different state? All right, well, it'd be nice if he... Listen, if I ever end up with some possible terminal disease, like, obviously, I had some things I was going through last year that I had no intention of ever telling you guys, because I don't need to make you guys feel bad. I don't want you guys giving me money because you think I'm going through some, like, cancer scare and stuff like that. But unfortunately, you trust the wrong pig and shit gets out the door and twisted or whatever. But, yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Hard conversations to have with doctors. It's, terrible conversations to have with your parents. But, you have to enjoy your time, and I enjoyed all my time with you guys.
I would be telling you, that's what I was going to say. I had a brain fart. Sorry, I took a little gummy. If I had some kind of terminal illness and I did feel like telling all of you, the only reason why I would tell you is because I found some miracle cure, and I would be like, hey, I went through this thing and this helped me, and I want to tell you guys in case you or a family member or a loved one, a friend, whatever, you ever experience the same. That's what I would do. That would be my approach, but he still won't address any of it, and he says it's none of your business, even though he has made this video everybody's business, right? He made a bad seed video, talked about it some more, changed the story, but it's nobody's business. But Chantal is his business, right? This 40-something-year-old straight man has made his whole business Chantal, to the point where now he's clickbaiting titles for her to try to make every fucking dollar he could make. But we can't ask him, what terminal illness did you have and how did you cure? No, that's crossing a line. And FFG, she knew what she was doing when she took that catch. She knew people would send her money. But this, I don't know why he did this, right? I'm sure it was not for subscribers, views, and money. Absolutely not.
Guys, every video. I wouldn't take any of it back. So, I guess, in closing, I have about 2 months worth of content here, which should probably tell you, what my work ethic to you guys was. I've got somebody that's going to, like, custodian the channel. And, if, worst comes to worst, then, they'll let you know. I don't want to be, it's hard to not, it's hard to be,
The sniffle gets me
to
every
look
time.
at like things and be like, man, what type of person cries in front of 94,000 people, right? Thank God.
And he keeps telling his audience, well, this is their failed reaction channels. I'm lying. If I were him and I had an opportunity to really shove it to a failed reaction channel, I would play this video in that failed reactions commentary in front of my audience, and I would explain myself. But I'm the only person he can't seem to explain himself to. Now, why do you think that is, folks? He will go after women like it's his job. He still talks about Yo Mama today, but he will not review any of this. He will not explain any of this. He will not talk about the inconsistencies from bladder, kidney to liver. He won't talk about the anabolic steroids. He won't talk about the stem cell treatment. He won't talk about the fact that the manager who took over his channel also had a problem spelling T-O versus T-O-O. No, he won't talk about any of that. He won't talk about the 3 months of content that he had saved up. He won't talk about how when he got to GorlWorld, he didn't tell any of the women he was engaged to that he literally had almost died 5 months prior. Nope. Nothing. But he loves going after women in Yo Mama.
Thank God I didn't hit that 100,000, you know what I mean? listen, in closing,
And they used to attack him for that mud. The poverty pigs and others that were like, he's a freak, he doesn't belong here, he's this. But now, you know, they're collecting smaller channels like Pokemon because they're trying to build this anti-FFG army, and it doesn't look like it worked to me today, because I would think that if she hadn't done a fundraiser, she'd probably have made at least that 800. What the hell did I say it was? $893 probably in super chats alone, which is probably double than what the hyenas are getting right now. So I don't think this had the intended effect, and it fucking cracks me up. We love to see ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Enjoy whatever you're doing to the fullest. You know, there's
That
holidays
too.
coming up. Enjoy time with your family. Because
This
you
was
never
4 years ago. 4 years ago last week, and this man is still alive and kicking.
No, you know, you really never know. To be 100% honest, 3 months ago,
Gorlick
4 months
Chew.
ago, I was in the best shape of my life. I didn't think anything was wrong.
4 months ago was the best shape of my life. I didn't think anything was wrong. Fast forward to 2023 or 2020. Yeah, 2023. Or was that 2024? Whenever he did the bad seed video, doctors had warned me for a while that I was doing damage to my body. Which one was it? Which one? This is the stuff that he could easily go in front of his audience, play this video, play the bad seed video, play my questions, and he could easily disprove me as a liar to so many people. He's after FFG like it's his business. He goes after your mama like it's his job. But he won't explain the credit cards, the illness, the OnlyFans girlfriend. He won't explain any of that. When it comes to me, I'm like the Voldemorts. Voldemort? I'm the Voldemort. In his little world, he will not say my name. I am the homosexual who cannot be named.
'Cause I'm a homosexual man.
And I get it. I would hate me too. Why do you think all these reaction channels hate me? Why do you think these reaction channels hate me? Because I'm not here to kiss ass, bend over for you to make a couple dollars with you. I enjoy calling out the hypocrisy. I think it's crazy. I saw somebody tweet today, somebody who watches the Poverty Pigs. Let this sink in. A Poverty Pig fan said anybody who gives FFG their information for a giveaway is stupid because she will dox you. I had to sit here thinking, are these people just deaf and dumb? How can you watch a woman who proudly says, of course we dox, it's what we do here, and you're going to try to tell me that people shouldn't give their info to FFG? None of it makes sense. I can't.
And, you know, just kind of out of nowhere. You know,
Damn right,
started
Dusty.
to have,
Just kind of out of
some
nowhere.
bleeding
Just kind of out of nowhere. Oh, and he had bleeding, guys.
and, ignored it. And, you know, here we are. You know, the discussions you never want to have. And, you know, I can tell you, sit down my notes. I can tell you the hardest time in life is when you're sitting in the room with someone and, you know, they're telling you really bad news. And you just go numb. And everything just starts to go through your head. And you don't want to believe it. And you go to look at other opinions, and, you know, the other opinions kind of come back the same.
Imagine a world where this exists. This complete, manipulative, emotionally abusive bullshit exists, right? Imagine that world. And you're linking up with this guy to go after FFG because a cat died and she didn't tell anybody. Imagine that world. That's where we are. People are linking up with this guy because he's on the anti-FFG train, and they want to sit there and say, yeah, that FFG, she's a scammer. They got Hot Wasabi in their chat who borrowed $19,000 and didn't pay it back. They got GorlicBread in their chat who pulled this stunt 4 fucking years ago. And I'm supposed to be outraged because FFG didn't tell you a cat died. I'm supposed to take you seriously. Okay.
I think, in reality, that optimism hurt me more than just confronting what was happening, right? So,
What was happening?
to close this out, I want to let you guys know, no matter what they determine, you know, I'm going to be as aggressive as I can, and, you know, that's just how it's going to be. It's funny, you know.
I mean, Liz, they called my fucking sister on a live stream. I mean, I'm sorry your community cat is dead. What the fuck?
Having just went through everything with my mom getting her transplant, you know, fate is like so crazy. And, you know, I remember, looking at my mom and being like, man, I would never, go through like dialysis or anything like that. I would never want to do that. And then now, they're like, oh, what if you have to get like a colostomy bag?
He even talks about dialysis here, which is for kidneys. But then all of a sudden he says colostomy bag, right? Which is colon related. I'm trying to think of a scenario. Like, let's say you have colon cancer, probably is probably the most common scenario. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know if Crohn's disease. I don't know what leads to like colostomy bag. But the only thing in my head sticking out is like colon cancer, right? If you have to get your colon removed, or you get a piece of it removed, or they nick your sphincter muscle, not to get too graphic, you end up with a colostomy bag to collect your fecal matter. How that relates to a bladder kidney disease, I don't know. And he will not explain that.
And I'm like, the guy literally was like, you could tuck it into your clothes. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. I'll wear it as a necklace.
He'll wear his colostomy bag as a necklace, which would be a fascinating conversation piece, because I'd walk up to him and say, excuse me, sir, why do you have a colostomy bag for kidney bladder issues?
It doesn't matter to me. I just don't care. Whatever it takes is what I'm willing to do. And that's my promise to you guys. So,
Crohn's disease.
If you want to support
Did
the
I
channel,
say Crohn's? I think I did, right? No. So if you want to support the channel, so you're gonna tell me that what FFG did by saying, hey, stop sending me money for a cat, and then people kept sending her money anyway, you're gonna tell me that's worse than what he just said right here? Listen again.
it takes is what I'm willing to do. And that's my promise to you guys.
Listen.
So, if you want to support the channel, show me or ask for money, guys. Show me or ask for money, guys. But that's not a problem to GorlWorld. Him saying that is not a problem to GorlWorld. FFG's a scammer because she said, stop sending me BBJ money, and people kept sending her BBJ money. But this guy, literally, in a last-ditch effort to save his dying Madden channel, told people he was dying. And then 4 months later, cried in a video and said, my channel's shadow banned. How come nobody's watching me anymore? And then a month later, GorlicBread is born. All he's doing is on the hunt for his next money-making opportunity. And he clearly will say and do anything to make that money. Again, was FFG right for not telling people the cat died? No. But if you're going to sit here and expect me to be angrier about that than this motherfucker, especially when I've had issues with cancer scares, I've dealt with cancer deaths in my family, you want me to be angrier that a 20-something-year-old cat died because a bunch of has-been fatties who have been doing this for a decade and still suck at it can't handle the fact that FFG lapped them in 5 years? I'm sorry. No. This is an actual problem. This is a creator people should be warning a community about. This is the community. She didn't ask for you BBJ money. You sent it to her. And if FFG had ever led people to believe she had a terminal illness, forget about it. It would be a stampede like nothing we've seen since the scene in The Lion King where Mufasa bites the dust. Right? With Charlie leading the charge. Power walking, of course. if you want to support the channel, you know how to do that. This is probably by far the...
Okay, and again, I cannot be angrier at that than somebody pretending that they're terminally ill. I'm sorry, I can't. Because I'm more likely to give money to somebody who tells me they're terminally ill. I'm more likely, if somebody was like, oh, I rescued this cat, okay, great. I'm not going to throw you money because you rescued a cat. Like, I'm glad you brought the cat home. You make enough money, that's fantastic. But when I hear people tell me that they're dying, that's most likely going to open my wallet. That's mostly the time that I'm going to be like, hey, here's $20. You know, I hope this helps with like expenses to the hospital, you know, whatever. Like, they're not in the same realm for me. I'm sorry. They're just not.
Are the cleanest video of me going through this that I ever have. If I ever upset any one of you, viewer, creator, I'm sorry.
Here's his Patreon list, by the way.
I don't know how to end this, man. You've got a whole bunch
This part takes me out every time.
content, and I hope we get to talk again.
I hope we get to talk again. I hope we get... And then, as you all know, he started uploading random videos, and people were leaving comments. This is his caretaker. Ryan can't get out of bed. He's too sick. This is his caretaker. Mind you, they used to make the same spelling mistakes. They used to make the same spelling mistakes. Brian's too sick. He can't get out of bed. But if you guys remember, on December 9th, 2021, he walked into a courthouse settled his debt with a collection company. So 2 weeks after he did this, he pulled this stunt. He walked into a courthouse, even though he was too sick to respond to comments. He walked into a courthouse, settled that debt for $25 a month, half of what he owed, and then he went right back to uploading videos. And I've proven that because on December 9th, he uploaded a video about a Madden tweet. And when I went and found the Madden tweet was from December 9th. So for 2 weeks, he was deathly ill, couldn't get out of bed. On December 9th, he walks into the courthouse, settles his debts, and all of a sudden he's uploading nonstop. Okay. But I'm sure that him dying after being sued had nothing to do with him hoping people would send him money, because that's what he says about FFG. That's what he says about FFG. She had to know that this would lead to donations. She had to know. I mean, I'm pretty sure when you tell people you're dying, it's going to do the same thing, but, you know. Gorlick. All right, let's watch. So Gorlick, of course, went live last night. He had to wait for his bosses to be done first. And he did a stream. French Fry Girl returns with a new excuse. I can't talk about BBJ because ... Now, because we don't just lie about people here. FFG did not say, I can't talk about BBJ because ... Because if you watched FFG's stream, she talked about BBJ. See, people take this as me defending FFG. No. This is me not being a lying prick to make $1 on YouTube. This is me being honest. If you watch the 10-minute video that FFG went live on, what did she talk about in that stream, guys? Oh, yeah. She talked about BBJ. So she doesn't say I can't talk about BBJ because ... What she said was there are things I can't talk about right now. But let me tell you what happened with BBJ. So this man is just very dishonest, but it's GorlicBread. And he's clickbaiting. He just clickbaited one earlier about Chantal claims to have a new... Chantal, I guess, uploaded, I'm assuming it was a joke, an AI photo of her with a man. And he posts, Foodie Beauty's got a new man or something. Like, that's the only way this man knows how to make money. And again, wouldn't you consider that to be scamming? I would. If you're clickbaiting the audience to try to get them to click on your video by lying. And he's been clickbaiting a lot. And some people are calling him out for it. And he's still losing subs. So, you know, maybe all is not lost. So let's see what he's got to say here about French Fry Girl returns with a new excuse. Blah, 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 which isn't true. Lies, lies, lies. But it's GorlicBread. What else do you need? She won't give a date, and there's no reason she can't. I mean, again, I if she gives a date or doesn't, it's just I'm just not interested. I don't know how else to say this. I don't know how else to say this because I know that a lot of people who gave that BBJ money just gave it to spite Chantal. If anything, what needs to be learned from the FFG situation is this: stop giving your money to these content creators just to spite Chantal. If you think they're funny and you think the content's worth it, great. Support them. I think you should support people who actually put effort into their content. But if you are just throwing your money at these women because you want to piss Foodie Beauty off, let this be a lesson. Stop. Watch the content. Enjoy the content. Don't cow tip. If you like it, if they're making you laugh, if they're making you think, throw them your money. But if somebody is using something like a cat and you feel you need to give money, walk away. Because nobody told her to go get that cat. Y'all called her a hero for it though, but nobody told her to get that cat. So I hope that GorlWorld learns a lesson from this. Stop needlessly throwing your money at these people just because you hate Foodie Beauty. And it's fucking simple. It's not hard. Let's see what this hassle has to say about FFG.
What is going on, guys? I literally did break it. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened there. It's very weird. It's very weird what happened. Professional, as you all know. As you all know, professional YouTuber. So we have a lot to talk about. Oh, do we have a lot to talk about? So, the first thing I want to say is I don't care if FFG comes back or doesn't come back. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
I had been
yeah, you do.
telling everyone that she was going to come back. As a matter of fact, personally, if you really must know,
Gemma, that's what I got out of it. There's things she can't talk about, I'm assuming related to the brother. There was nothing she said about BBJ. And I know that Fatlock and friends were like, oh my God, she can't talk about BBJ because she's going to jail. And I just, oh God, I just praise God every day that's not my life. I took it as there's things happening related to what's going on with the brother. That's what I took it as. And maybe there's other things happening we don't know about. But she clearly talked about the cat for like 8 minutes. So I don't know where we're getting she can't talk about the cat from.
no, FFG, I'm glad you came back. Because we learned
Thank Moon's
when you
life.
came back that the first thing you wanted to do
Yeah, it's not a popular opinion around here, Moon's life, but it's enough people agree. So it's a nice little place to hang out in.
was grab that shovel and dig that hole deeper. And also, just briefly, Chantal, if you're in such a rush to leave Canada and go back to Syria, I want you to
why are you
understand
talking
that
about Chantal?
your initial rush to get back to Syria, that is exactly, I mean, it was Kuwait at the time, but that is exactly why we are in this position. So don't feel that just because the main talking point right now is going to be FFG, that we're somehow overlooking the fact that you were the cause of all of this.
Oh, hi,
Right?
audience.
You running back to Salah is what sparked.
Hi, audience. Just a reminder, I'm still here to satisfy your Chantal insanity, so please don't unsubscribe.
This entire thing.
And it's also it's Chantal's fault that FFG rescued a cat, and it's Chantal's fault that GorlicBread rented a high-rise condominium up FFG's asshole, celebrating that she rented it. This is all Chantal's fault, guys. Right? It's Chantal's fault that people who could have saved their money to eat during the government shutdown decided to send money to content creators because they hate Chantal. Yeah, this is all Chantal's fault. Right? Okay. Yeah.
And also, just briefly,
fuck.
to all the failed reactors that are using this
Here we go.
as some type of digital bartering chip against every other reactor. I saw, if anyone goes and watches the replay of FFG's chat, all it is what about this person?
Oh, you listened to somebody was watching our stream. So if you let's listen to that again. He sounds like he's about to cry. Listen. Listen.
As some type of digital bartering chip
There we go.
against every other reactor. I saw, if anyone goes and watches the replay of FFG's chat, all it is what about this person? What about that person? What about this person? I genuinely laugh at some of you.
No, you don't. You cry. You cry. Bridget said you cry. Bridget said you call her and you cried. You hypervent. I believe Bridget said he hyperventilated, right? I think Bridget said he hyperventilated on the phone with her. So if you guys remember, I mentioned on my last stream that prior to the FFG hitting the live button, so I don't know if the chat would still be there, GorlicBread was getting dragged to hell and back. He wasn't the only one, but he was getting dragged to hell and back. If people were like, how dare him? He's jumping on a bandwagon. He's a liar himself. Other people brought up the cancer or the terminal illness, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, we laughed about it because it's what we do. We laugh at GorlicBread. It's very... I should just react to... I should just do to GorlicBread what GorlicBread does to Foodie. I would probably create my own little Gorl world here, just GorlicWorld, I guess, based around his insanity. So, we all laughed at the fact that people were dragging him for filth in that chat. So, clearly, he's very fucking bothered, and we love to see it. Who loves to see it? I do. He's big mad, Belinda. Round of applause. Round of applause for the things we do here over at the GGround channel. I couldn't do it without any of you guys. I really couldn't. I really couldn't.
Genuinely do. The fact that some of you
It
failed
sounds like he's about to cry.
reactors have to log on every single day and look at Charlie or Yaba or any...
This motherfucker thinks I log on every single day to look at this motherfucker who literally has videos ready within an hour of a Chantal up a Belinda. Oh, he gets so bothered. I can't. He gets so triggered.
channel, to be quite honest. Any channel.
Notice how now. No, did you guys notice the difference here? Ready?
Laugh
Listen,
at some of you.
listen,
I genuinely do.
listen,
The fact that some of you
listen,
failed reactors have to
listen,
log
ready?
on every single day and look at Charlie or Yaba.
Now it's Charlie or Yaba. Couple months ago, it was Yaba and FFG. Yaba and FFG. Me, Yaba, FFG. We're the Holy Trinity. Me, Yaba, FFG. We're the community leaders. Yaba, FFG, me. Let's look at our streaming. Let's look at our views. Let's look at how much effort we put. Me, Yaba, FFG. Me, Yaba, FFG. Me, Yaba, FFG. Now it's me, Yaba, and Charlie. Charlie and Yaba? You have to look at Charlie and Yaba every day? Gorlick, you are so... First of all, you're so easy. I mean, you are easy. I'm trying to think of a good I'm trying to think of a good analogy for how easy you are. You are easier than Debbie was the day she visited Dallas. You are easy. Number 2, these women may pretend to come to your defense, GorlicBread, but you are expendable. They might be promoting you now or saying you're releasing bangers, but that won't last. And number 3, cry harder, please. We love a good Gorlick cry.
Or any channel, to be quite honest, any channel, and realize just how bad you are at doing this. That's all the validation any of us.
But see, here's the problem, though. You 5'2" limping twat waffle. I don't do this. I did this, GorlicBread. I started a channel in January. I started Fruity Beauty Reactions in February, and by May I had 12,000 subs, and I was making thousands upon thousands. I did this better than you, quicker than you. And then I made the conscious decision to go to the other side of the aisle because I said, I don't like these motherfuckers I'm surrounded by. Something about none of this is right, and I don't want to be associated with any of those motherfuckers. This was before you started grifting GorlWorld, Moody. This is way before your time. And I said, fuck that. I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to go from the lens of these hypocrites are calling out these women, and they are these women, some of them worse than her. So to say we're not as good as you are, we don't do this, GorlicBread. And not to mention, I have a life, doll face. I don't know where doll face came from. I was going to call it something terrible, but I changed it to doll face. I was going to go with dickhead. I have a life. I have been working for 40 years. Not 40 years, 30-something years. I don't have the luxury of sitting around in my dirty boxers playing PS5 all day, right? Because when I do have free time, I'm either picking up a book again, or I'm going out and doing things, or I'm sitting outside with my neighbors, I'm going out to dinner. So you need to cool it with the, I do this better than you when you do nothing else. If I had the luxury to just do nothing all day and literally be a mooch like you, I wouldn't. I still wouldn't do it because that's just. It sounds like such a miserable, unfulfilled, depressing life. So no, I don't want to be you, GorlicBread. You're 40-something years old. You're a straight 40-something-year-old man whose entire dating pool comes from this audience. Like, are you completely blocked on Tinder? Maybe could you maybe drive to the next state over and try? You gotta stop this, GorlicBread. Nobody wants to be you. Nobody wants to be around you except for Bridget. And even she changed her mind. It's fucking weird. Cool it.
Of us need. I'm convinced some of you are so bad at this.
Say my name, you puss bag. You won't, though.
That you could go on a live stream, you could cover yourself in glue, you could run through a bank, and you would still come out having made $0 on your stream. Now,
look how mad he is. Belinda, look how mad he is. Hold on, we got this mad again. Mind you, on the last stream, I did covering his live stream, I think I made like $13. He made $5. So again, if I make $13 on a random stream reacting to your stream where you made $5, I feel like that's a self-own, but I could be wrong. Let's listen to that again because I think he was about to start crying. Listen.
That you could go on a live stream, you could cover yourself in glue, you could run through a bank, and you would still come out having made $0 on your stream.
Yeah. Or I could lie about dying like you did because you're a scumbag. But anyway, I digress.
Now,
but anyways, I hope you enjoyed the stream, Gorlick.
I also don't care
hope
for
you
anyone
enjoyed
that
the
sits
stream.
there and says, and believe it or not, there are people saying this.
I hope you enjoyed the stream.
That they're just there to listen to FFG, mock Chantal, and make fun of Chantal, and that's what they care about. Let me explain something to you.
Yes, that's all. This is gonna be good. Hold on, let me adjust my seat for this one. He's about to rewrite the history of Hater Nation and Girl World. Hold on. Woo. Hold on, Belinda. So for those of you who haven't been around for the last 5 years, you might be like, "Oh, why is Gigi getting comfortable?" For the Belindas and the Ambers and those of you who have been here for 5 years and who know exactly what Hater Nation and Girl World is about, get ready for this. I'm getting comfortable. He's about to rewrite. He's gonna rewrite their what's that thing? A creed? What is that thing when a business has not a motto, oh, I can't think of the word. It's making me so mad.
Let me explain something to anyone with that mindset. First and foremost, if you're willing to overlook all of this because you don't like Chantal, then that's on you. Okay, you go ahead. You feel that way. Any reactor is going to fit that bill. But what I will tell you is that there are tons of creators in this community that were tired, sick and tired of being lumped into this group
Look at how I think he's taking a shit. Gorlick, were you on the can doing this? I mean, I wish I had a toilet flushing. I think he's constipated. I think he was trying to push out a fucking turd.
People that could say anything, that could do anything.
I think he's gonna cry. Look how emotional he is. You would think that he's out there fighting for workers' rights. Calm down, Ava Perón. Fucking relax.
And people would watch us.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't like Chantal.
That's why they watch you.
Because,
yeah.
you know, there was this this hate mob, this hate merchant, this hate currency.
Mission statement, thank you. God, you guys are so smart. Round of applause for how smart my audience is, because apparently I'm having a fucking moment tonight. The mission statement, thank you. He's about to rewrite the Hater Nation Gorlick World mission statement. Belinda, I'm telling you, man, this guy just cracks me the fuck up.
That's not what any of it was.
Okay.
See, people watch reactors that they like because they're entertained, because they enjoy it.
Entertained by what, GorlicBread? Prior to losing monetization, your videos were recaps of her streams. What were they enjoying? Even Bridget told you where to fix your shit and you wouldn't listen. What were they What do you provide that is such enjoyable content? Because even the people whose asses you're trying to kiss now, I see them in other chats going, I don't like GorlicBread anymore. He skeeves me out. He did. What are you providing? What is this service? You don't even make people laugh. Remember the banana, the horse? The banana and the horse? Was that what it was? And he went on and on about that stupid fucking joke for 10 minutes. You can lead a horse to a banana, but you can't make the horse eat a banana. Dude, what are you talking about?
They don't simply watch because one person doesn't like another person. So you can just totally remove that thought process from your mind. It simply doesn't work.
And yet, it does work. Because when one of you does a video that's not about Foodie Beauty or Amberlynn Reed, let's just say you do a day in your... You know what? I have a perfect example of this to show this man how stupid he is. One moment, please. Farrah Fiasco did a stream earlier today. Ready? The Scary World of Stalking, 12 hours ago, still hasn't hit 800 views. Huh, okay. So, GorlicBread, riddle me this, twat waffle. If people are not only there to watch you rag on Chantal, why aren't they watching your other content? You did a video. Actually, GorlicBread has an example of that. GorlicBread did this fucking weird video when he was kissing everybody's ass on Thanksgiving, where he goes, a Thanksgiving thank you. Enjoy some great community content. 4 days ago, Belinda, you just took me out with that one. 4 days ago, a Thanksgiving thank you. Enjoy some great content. 1,000 views. Why doesn't that video have 5, 6, 7, 8,000 views, GorlicBread? If everybody's here because of your witty personality and your ability to dance in circles, why are they not here listening to you? Because they don't give a fuck about what you have to say. Your homegirl over there, Porky Pig, she's going live during one of the biggest scandals, Gorlworld's ever seen. Oh, a dead cat. Couldn't even break 2,000 viewers. These people do not care, GorlicBread. The numbers are right there. They don't give a fuck about your FFG content. You're losing subscribers. They don't give a fuck about Porky Pig's vendetta. They don't give a fuck about the Tampa Bay linebackers 55th video showing about a debt. They want Chantal content. End of story. The fact that you can sit here and act like that is not true, you are nuts.
Now, FFG. Last week, none of this was an issue, right? It was only the embarrassment. Remember, it was just the embarrassment you had. You were ready to come online every single day. You were ready to come online, but it was your brother. It was your father. It was
the emotion, and the Academy Award goes to GorlicBread for pussy.
Back and forth they had on Twitter. That was the reason, right? That's what every single day you woke up and you said, you know what? Today's not going to be the day.
No.
I just can't hit that go live button today. It's just too much.
I'd put the link in chat. I'd say, come on up. Tell me all these lies. But he would never, because that'd probably make him cry before it's over.
What my father, what my brother are doing on Twitter, I simply can't go online. But now it's something totally different. If you don't know this, I want you to understand that FFG's brother actually made a video tonight. He made a video, and in that video, he came online. He talked about
He made a video? Of course he did.
FFG was just testing the waters.
Just a reminder that this guy will back anybody that will make him $1. Again, I've told on multiple occasions, and of course I'm sure Charlie and friends know this, but they will not care, that this man was pro-Nodder. This man gave money to Nodder. This man suggested that Chantal deserved to be abused because she probably did something to Nodder. So this man has no... This is just no ethics, nothing. He's anything to make it. So of course, he's now going to be FFG Bro's best friend. I'm trying to hold in a burp. I'm not crying. Hold on. So now, of course, he's going to be all FFG Bro. And I'm not saying FG Bro's an abuser or anything, but my point is he will side with anybody who thinks that who he thinks could help him get one up, and which is crazy because we said on the last stream, right, that GorlicBread used to have this stance. Reactors' lives don't matter. These failed reactors, they're just our lives are not for them. We're here to talk Chantal. We're a community member. Yaba and FFG and I are a community. But now we can't get enough of FFG's private life. He can't get enough. He's got it all over his face, slathered all over his body. What changed? Oh, that's right, you're a fucking fraud. And he will say and do whatever he needs to get the approval of, it used to be Yaba and FFG, but now all of a sudden he's a Charlie Gold fan. Listen, Charlie Gold is a magnet for the worst of the fucking worst. I'm actually shocked that it took this man this long to start with a Charlie Gold. But you want to know why? You want to know why he never had Charlie's name in his mouth before? Because he knew FFG and Charlie didn't get along, so he picked the bigger dog. Physically, whatever. He picked the bigger dog. Has anybody here ever heard this man write the word Charlie, say the word Charlie in all the videos we've reviewed? All the community table. Never had a fucking thing to say in Charlie's name. Never anything good or positive to say about Charlie Gold. If he did, I'd love to see it. It was always Yaba FFG. Because remember, at the time, they were in a united front against Charlie Gold. Yaba said Charlie Gold was starting race wars, and FFG said this about Charlie, and Charlie said this about them. But now all of a sudden, that FFG, we've moved the missile over, the target FFG. Oh, hi, Charlie. Hi, my name's GorlicBread. Nice to meet you. And Charlie will be like, sure, come on in, because we all know Charlie don't give a fuck about nothing and nobody. It's just amazing now how all of a sudden he's got Charlie's name in his mouth. I mean, how much more proof do you fucking need that this guy is a con artist? How much more proof? Uncle Leo, I've never heard him ever say that. And it's because he didn't want to piss off FFG. Probably FFG more than Yaba. Because FFG and Charlie had the bigger problem. He never wanted to piss FFG off. So it was FFG Yaba, FFG Yaba, FFG Yaba. Now it's Charlie and Yaba, Charlie and Yaba. Help me, Charlie. Get me those sweet views that you get. Can you send some live viewers to me when you're done? It's not going to happen. Because Charlie Gold learned a valuable lesson 5 years ago. She can't buy people's loyalty anymore. Because that's what she did with me and others. And she used to think that, oh, well, if Alex is shook, another one. Well, if I just promote them and they'll be indebted for me forever. And then she met the gaining ground. I was like, excuse me, no. That's not how this works. So you're not going to get shit from her, GorlicBread. Yaba will, because she don't give a fuck. She's at the bottom of the barrel at this point. But this whole kissing up to Charlie Gold shit, you're not going to get shout-outs. You're not going to be told to watch your videos. If you do, I'll be shocked.
Just looking to adjust her notes. Okay, he asked why FFG was being so vague.
Oh, we know,
and he
Jeremiah
basically made a statement, made an indication that she refused to admit that FFG was pressing charges because, well, we all realize if that was the case, wouldn't Chris just openly come online and maybe edit some things out and say,
why do y'all think that everybody's as dumb as the creators you worship? If you're working with the police and there are possible charges, the dumbest thing you can do on here is talk about it. Why is it that you, Fatlock, and the other idiots in this community think that people owe you things like that? Oh, we know there's no charge to be pressed because they would come out and say that. Why, as if she would come out and be like, yeah, I'm getting charges pressed against my... What?
Hey, here's the charges. Right, here's all the legal issues in black and white. You saying that you refused all that, in his opinion, was because you were buying time. I mean, let's be honest, FFG, I'm pretty sure with what you've done, you can buy quite a bit. But one thing
Oh, you're so jealous. Did you see her chat tonight, GorlicBread? It would serve you right if FFG takes one final swing on the way out of this drama in your direction. Oh, I would pee myself because you are such a sniveling little ass-kissing clout chaser. And if I were FFG, I would make the time for you. I would make the time for that cancer video. I would make the time for the debt. I would make time for all of it because the way she's speaking to her right now about this, it's so embarrassing. Like, I'm cringed listening. Like, he's trying to, like, yeah, FFG, because you did it and you did that. It would serve him right if FFG was like, you know what? You want my attention, GorlicBread? Let's talk about cancer. Let's talk about colostomy bags and livers and kidneys and bladder. I would love to see her do all of that. I would pee myself. I'd probably throw her $100 in a super chat. Actually, no. I would throw her $100 to the ASPCA.
thing you can't do is buy time. If you had pressed charges, I firmly believe he would have already posted them online. And let's just walk back a little bit, okay? Let's just walk back a little bit. Okay? Let's think about this. FFG, if I may. Can we ask some questions here? They're not they're not BBG.
Do you see how he gets with women? I mean, that's the thing that I don't get, that a woman actually got on a plane to go meet this guy. The way he is so ready to go toe to toe with any woman. He is so ready to fucking just beef with any woman. Where's this energy for me? Where's this energy for all of the lies I've caught this man in? You know, he'll do streams dedicated to FFG's deceptions, but I've said to him so many times, watch my videos. Stay silent through them. I won't even hit you with a copyright. Just play them straight through for your audience. And all he'll ever do is, we don't talk about failed reaction channels here. Oh, okay.
BBJ related. They're not BBJ. I just want to ask about printing things, right? Did you happen to print photos of Chantal to walk around Canada with? Did you walk up to businesses?
Oh my God, his attempts at ass kissing the other channels is so embarrassing. Like, did you walk around with photos of Chantal? Am I doing good, guys? Am I doing great, guys? Am I doing great, guys? Have I earned my shout out yet, Charlie? Am I doing great, guys?
And hold photos of Chantal up and say,
Gemma, right?
Have you seen this person? So when it comes to documenting what Chantal does, you have no problem. You've got a printer, you've got paper, you've got everything. What are you, laminating these things? I don't know. But when it comes to proving your own things, well, this was just...
I know he's not about... I know he's not about to say what he is about to say. I'm going to back it up and get comfortable again. I know he's not about to go there. Oh my goodness. Let's back it up.
Documenting what Chantal does. You have no problem. You've got a printer, you've got paper, you've got everything. What are you, laminating these things? I don't know. But when it comes to proving your own things, well, this was just the start of nothing.
Oh my God. GorlicBread, what disease did you have? Why did you say bladder and liver? Bladder and kidney? Why did you say it came out of nowhere? Why did you change the story to liver? Why did you say you were one for months? Why did you lead people to believe you were abusing anabolic steroids, which is illegal, by the way, in the United States of America? I don't know if you know this, Moody. Why did you say you were part of a successful podcast, and then the podcast guy tells me they canceled after 7 episodes because nobody was watching, it wasn't worth his time? Why did you lie about the insurance following you when you quit your job? Why did you lie about the wasp stings? Why? I mean, your whole persona here is you're ready to prove everybody a liar, and now you want to jump on this FFG trade, but when it comes to the shit I catch you in, nothing. You've got nothing. Guys, saturate the internet with these videos, because this is sooner or later one of these pussies in Gorl world is finally going to dress this shit, because honestly, I'm not even sure what he's bringing to the table anymore. He's losing subs, his views are in the toilet. Like, why are they still protecting this guy? I don't understand. Somebody, the pit crew, somebody make it make sense.
Absolutely nothing. You can also, for the record, go around, right, and just start spraying bees.
The OnlyFans model.
Spray on randoms at Walmart and ask them how it smells. Right, you did that.
He's trying so hard to sound outraged.
But when it comes to documenting...
we all chuckled and laughed.
what you're doing, again, we just cannot do that. Also, just, I know this is a lot. The issue with BBJ's polls. Remember, you had the paperwork. You had the paperwork that day. Like, the same day. You ran online, and you said you guys are never going to believe it. the paws, the claws were grown into the paw beds. And you gave this dramatic reading of how, vet techs had to hold BBJ down and someone came from another room or another state.
And you were right there. Oh, I forgot something. Thanks for reminding me, GorlicBread. Thank you for the super chat, Saturday morning 5582. You cracked me up taking my money. You guys hold on one second. I have the perfect video for this. Because,
review videos asking
shut
about
up.
this machine.
Sorry, that was one of my reviews for a machine. I was thinking of buying a kitchen machine. I know what else is new. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, no, just wait. I knew I was forgetting something. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So, as he's sitting here, I want to download this really quick before, just in case, because he privates it. I don't know if he would ever do that, but let's just download it really quick. Hold on. So as he's sitting here talking, the outrage over this cat, the outrage over you think we're just here to make fun of Chantal, the outrage. Did I just close OBS? No, you guys are still here, right? I thought I just exited OBS. Shit. He made a video 2 years ago called Footy Beauty Steals Someone's Cat Remix. You guys want to watch a minute or two of it? Because, now he's fiercely an advocate for what FFG did to Chantal and the lies FFG has told, and we don't sit around making fun of FFG. And this is what he was doing when FFG took that cat, and he was trying to kiss FFG's ass harder than Yabba was at the time. Here we go. Let's listen. Huh.
Well, this isn't about drama. This is real life. Steal someone's cat.
Oh, interesting.
Steal someone's cat. If she's gonna give the cat back, trust me, watch. Bitch, to bring me back my cat, or else I'm calling the police. Bitch.
It seems like he's making fun of her anger over the situation, which is really crazy because now in 2025 he's like, just wanted to spite Chantal. Oh, isn't this you making fun of Chantal? Trying to ride that FFG gotcha wave, but now that Yaba and Charlie are anti-FFG. GorlicBread, you're so fucking fake.
Bitch, you have till tomorrow morning. If she's gonna give the cat back, trust me, watch.
Right, Belinda?
Bitch, I have receipts of me. I know you all think it's really, really cool to see me like this right now, right? Steal someone's cat. Steal someone's cat. I can't wait. And if you don't give my cat back, I will fucking find you and I will get her myself.
Yeah, but now he's moral bread. Oh, poor Chantal, and you led her on in the cat and blah 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 blah.
State or another continent, and they said, "My God, what is this? What is going on in this room? Is everything okay?" But when it's your paperwork, when it's you that has to show the paperwork, you have what?
Hey, Claudia.
What do you have? Oh, that's right. You have nothing. You have nothing.
Yeah.
And I guess
I care more about what disease you had, who took over your channel, where's the 3 months of content, and how you cured it with stem cells. That's what I care more about. How about you guys?
if we're just
you guys
want to put a little bow on this portion of it, the whole I can't talk about it.
Dusty, because it's stupid and it's lazy. He literally just took her words and he didn't even auto-tune it or nothing. It's fucking boring and stupid.
It's legal.
It's no Ryan Moody song like mine. It's just he has no creativity.
I would imagine if it was legal, right? If it was legal, wouldn't you have been told one of two things? I think the first thing that you would have been told is don't say anything. Just don't say anything. I know we're from different countries, right? But do you understand when someone has a legal issue here, the first thing they say is you have the right to remain silent, which basically means, hey, anything you're going to say to self-incriminate yourself, we are going to continue to use.
I'm pretty sure,
I feel like,
correct me if I'm wrong, authority people, that's only if you're getting arrested. It's called Miranda rights. They don't just, if you're in a legal issue, They don't. Oh, maybe I wasn't. I got distracted. Let me go back. Maybe I misunderstood what he said. But he's describing Miranda rights, and I'm pretty sure that's only literally when you're actually being arrested for something. But let's listen again.
We're from different countries, right?
Yeah.
But do you understand when someone has a legal issue here, the first thing they say is you have the right. You have the right to remain silent. Which
That's not. No, it's not the first thing. What do you mean by a legal issue? If you're getting arrested, sure, you have the right to remain silent. You say caning will be used against you in the court of law. But if you have a legal issue like a civil lawsuit, or you get into a fender bender on the road and it's your fault, the cop's not reading you the fucking Miranda rights. What the fuck are you talking about? Gorlick, what the fuck are you talking about?
which basically means, hey, anything you're going to say to self-incriminate yourself, we are going to continue to use.
After you've been arrested. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure all my cop shows, the Miranda rights come when they're literally like, okay, you're being arrested now. You have the right to remain silent. I don't think they just tell you that, hey, you have the right to remain silent. No. If you have the right to say, hey, I don't want to do this interrogation, I want my attorney, I want a lawyer, that's your right. But they don't read you the Miranda rights until you're arrested. The fuck's he talking about? He just makes shit up. He's an absolute imbecile, Uncle Leo. That's the best word for him. Imbecile bread. From now on, he's imbecile bread. He speaks with such authority and he knows nothing. Nothing.
I feel like the Miranda rights are pretty common. Okay, even if they're not used.
When you're arrested, you schmuck.
I'm pretty sure you've still, I don't know, you've still heard them once or twice. So I'm pretty sure that your legal counsel would have said, don't say anything, or if you must.
No. The legal counsel is not who gives out the Miranda rights. They're not the ones who read you the Miranda. Your attorney is not the one who reads Miranda rights. Oh my God, GorlicBread. Instead of spending all your time in dirty fucking underwear watching Foodie Beauty, read a goddamn book. You know what? I'll make this easier for you. Watch an episode of Law and Order. Like, just watching an episode of Law will teach you. Your lawyer does not read you Miranda rights. No lawyer says to you, you have the right to remain silent. If I were you, I would do the... What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, stop. He tries so hard to be an authoritarian on shit. And it's so stupid. And then you look at these people in his chat, and not one of them is just like, what are you talking about? Like, how does one moron find so many? Well, never mind. Look at the support group. Never mind.
Right, if you must say something, let me give you something to say. Let me prepare a statement for you, perhaps. Or why don't you prepare said statement, and then I will review it, I will revise it. That way you can make sure...
You hear that, FFG? You get on this. He wants a statement from you. You hear this? Get on it. He wants you to write a statement now, because him and the hyenas are not going to be satisfied until you give them what they need to move on. Oh my God.
You protect yourself.
I'm thumbing down this fucking video.
As much as you can.
Thumb down.
So, none of that happens. Instead...
How do you know what's... How does this motherfucker know what's happened? How does this guy know what FFG is doing and not doing behind the scenes? How does he... Did he fly in one of his NASA spaceships, NASA-owned spaceships? Did they let... Because, you know, he used to be an astronaut, I'm sure, at some point. Did they let him go up to Canada? Like, hey, I take the space shuttle, whatever, to Canada, and goes... Like, how would he know what's possibly happening behind the scenes?
You proceed to carry on with this story. Now, what's kind of surreal to me is as I'm watching this play out in real time, as I'm watching the chat...
The fact that any woman's stupid enough to date you, is that what he's going to say? Because that's fucking surreal.
Try to say, oh, remember what Gorlick did, remember what Charlie did, remember what Yaba did.
Did you hear that? Charlie. Remember what Charlie. Get the Charlie signal out. Oh, you know what I need? My next animation is going to be a little Charlie signal that's going to come across the screen going forward. Every time she says Charlie, if I knew he mentions Charlie, I would have had her. I'm going to have a little spotlight going across you with a big old bitch silhouette just going across the screen. Help me, Charlie. Help me, Charlie. Where was this Charlie fangirling before? Oh, that's right, GorlicBread. You couldn't be a Charlie fan because you had to suck up to FFG. Oh my God. You hate me because I clock you, and the scary part is, GorlicBread, you're so easily clockable. Like, it's not even like I have to think that hard. It's not even like I have to do that much research. You just give off these vibes, and it's so easy to figure you out in, like, minutes. It's scary that more people aren't seeing it because you don't hide it well. You suck at it.
Remember what happened in 1747? Like anyone cares about what we did in the face of this.
Oh, I absolutely. Oh, let's be clear with one thing, Ryan fucking Moody. I absolutely care about you pretending to be dying and leading an audience to thinking you were on your deathbed way more than I think about whether or not I care about whether or not a cat was dead. 110%. And if you're out there and you say, well, you know what, he faked his death, but the dead cat's worse, you need to get your fucking heads checked. If you think FFG not telling you that a cat died is worse than a man pretending to be dying and then has changed his story more times than I changed my underwear in a week, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to get your fucking heads checked, because I guarantee you, if we take a poll of 100 people on the streets that say, hey, what's worse, somebody pretending to have a terminal illness or somebody adopting a cat and not telling everybody when the cat died? I'm pretty sure 100% of it'd be Family Feud. There'd only be one question on the board. There'd be one answer on the board. We surveyed 100 people. What's the worst thing you could do on YouTube? The number one answer is Gigi, lying about dying. Survey says, ding, Gigi, you just won $25,000. Woo! Let me give it to Hot Wasabi. What the fuck? What the flying fuck? Harassing my sister, way worse than a dead cat. Harassing somebody's elderly mother with dementia in a nursing home, way worse than a dead cat. Filing false court documents, police, all of that, GorlicBread, faking cancer, way worse than a dead cat. Way worse than a dead cat. And your only saving grace is that Charlie Gold and friends are pussbags, and they will not come for you until it's financially beneficial for them. But the day they decide to turn on you, I will be there. And I will cover every second of it, and I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off.
I mean, honestly, what I remember is that you have watched Chantal for so long.
My God.
You've clearly sat there and taken notes. You've clearly went through all the things.
Someone just sent me a text of the perfect thing I could use for the fat signal. Thank you, anonymous texter.
And all the problems, and all the ways you address
I'm gonna work
them.
on it tomorrow, and I'll send it to you.
And then you said, hey, if that kind of worked for Chantal and the Beezers, maybe it'll work for me and the Friday. Maybe.
And just a reminder, too, which I didn't even think about. Where he says, oh God, I got a text and I got distracted. Shit, I lost it. Fuck me. What was I gonna say? Damn it, I lost it.
And I just want to ask. I want to ask. How long did you go over Chantal's marriage? I mean, how long did we as a community go over Chantal's marriage? 3 years? 3.5 years? And what did we all want to see, right? We all wanted to see the paperwork, right? The paperwork, just...
But I can't. Hold on. We all wanted to see the paperwork, but I can't ask you what almost killed you 4 years ago, excuse me. Why do I keep saying 4 years, right? It's not 21. What year are we in? 20. 4 years ago? Again, whether or not an obese woman is married is not nearly as important to me as to whether or not somebody could have potentially faked a terminal illness. And if you are out there and you say, oh yeah, the dead cat's way worse than faking a terminal illness, we need proof of the possible marriage scam is way worse than get your head checked.
The divorce papers, the marriage papers, the paperwork. You know this community very big on the paperwork. You also knew that you were tracking tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, you could have really came out tonight and made us all look stupid, right?
I mean, she kind of did, and I think she did tonight. Just a reminder, GorlicBread, she had 2,500 people in chat still, and she raised $893, which I guarantee you, if that wasn't a fundraiser, probably would have been super chats to her instead. Like, I feel like she kind of did that, but okay, continue.
Do we all understand? Are we all huddled together? Do we understand that
No,
tonight
we don't.
FFG had the very, very unique position to come online
I don't know.
and shut everyone up? Myself, Yaba, Charlie, Tippy, and everyone.
Charlie.
I mean, literally, you could have laid everything out. You had very, very good amount of time to do this. So, let me just go back and think about this logically. You had BBJ what? You had BBJ around 8 months, 9 months, okay? So you're telling us that BBJ needed to be checked every 3 months. Now listen, I'm not the best at math, but I do know if you had the cat, right, 8 or 9 months, that means you would have some record of taking BBJ to the vet 2 or 3 times. So you would have had plenty of paperwork to come online and make all of us, I mean literally make all of us, look stupid. But after a full week, you just...
After all this time away, she still pulled in 2,500 people, Gorlick. She pulled in 2,500 people after all this time away. She's still at 2,500 people watching her. Her chat was flying. You really... I've been telling you guys, all looking stupid, but... Go ahead.
You decided you couldn't do that. You couldn't even give a date because you were going legal. But here's what is so interesting. You openly told people when. What did you say that you were going to do instead? Instead of showing all the paperwork, instead of documenting everything, instead of, as I knocked my chapstick over, instead of coming online and vindicating yourself, validating yourself, and proving everyone that has said anything about you all week long in hours and hours and hours of live streams, you said, you know what? You know what I'm actually going to do? Anyone that wants their money back, just contact me privately and I'll give you the money back. FFG, why? Why would you refund anyone? I mean, by nature.
Because you guys haven't shut the fuck up about her... What? Did he... What?
A refund insists that something has went wrong. Right? You buy something,
what?
It breaks, you go to the store, you get a refund. You order something, you don't like it, you send it...
No, because she's tired of hearing all of you jealous hyenas saying that she grifted that money. So she has it, and she's saying, hey, if you feel that because you voluntarily sent me money I did not ask for, that was a grift, I will send you the money back. So that's a problem too now? Oh my God. GorlicBread, I love watching you constantly bet on the wrong horse. God, it's fucking great.
Send it back, you get a refund.
Great.
A refund implies that a transaction has occurred where the person that provided the money in exchange for a service or a product isn't happy. So it just...
Yes. Correct. People aren't happy because they decided to voluntarily send her money over a cat that they didn't know was dead or alive. And now they're pissed because the cat's dead. Because apparently Gorl thought that cats live forever.
Defies logic to me that you would think a refund would do anything but make you look even more guilty than you already look.
Oh, he is that dumb, huh? Gorlick, are you being coached behind the scenes? I have to know. GorlicBread, I know, but before you post your next round of analytics, I need to know, are you being coached behind the scenes? Because this is probably the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. She's literally saying, I will give back thousands of dollars if you want it. If you feel slighted by me. In a normal world, that's like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool that she's willing to part with thousands upon thousands of dollars. But in GorlicBread's world, that's just terrible. That's just so bad.
And then, of course, we get into the next step of your comeback tour of 2025, which is after all of the refunds, well, you're going to do a fundraiser.
Of course she is.
A fundraiser
Belinda.
is fantastic.
I love it.
But here's the problem I have.
I saw that, Belinda, and it's just like her stupidity knows no, like, we know she's dumb as fuck, but her stupidity knows no, like, that what I just read is probably the dumbest thing she could do, and I'm so fucking here for it. I'm so here for it. Oh, they are all going to self-destruct, trying to get FFG off to Zachary. Michael just made another video crying about, we still don't know when BBJ died. Yeah, well, did you ever fix Poe's bladder issues? Or did you choose another concert instead? Like, they're all just going to self-destruct, and holy shit, I'm going to pee myself.
The problem, actually, everyone should have.
Oh, I just got to thank you for PayPal. I usually don't check PayPal. Thank God I had my Gmail open. There's no note on it, and I'm not going to say your name, but thank you so much for the donation. Very generous donation. Much appreciated. You know who you are.
The only reason you're doing
Although
this
I don't really know who you are. It just has your first name, which I'm not going to say anyways. No, it has your full name. I know who you are in chat, but you don't have to say who it is. But either way, thank you so much.
Razor,
I should probably check PayPal more often.
Is because you had this issue, right? December was
She's
never
so
going
dumb,
to be.
Belinda. She's so dumb because the shit her and her wife are guilty of are far worse than this cat thing. why would you? Oh Lord. I mean, I'm okay with it. Please continue. I hope she gets what she wants. Because your mom is in that universe now, isn't he? I hope she gets everything she wants. Because I would love to see that. I would love to see Keem be like, oh, okay, we didn't know when the cat died. Wait a minute. You call people's families and harass them and you file false police report? Please, Keem. Please, Keem, look into it.
ASPCA month. Right, you didn't sit there and build up for weeks on end that come December, guys, we're going to do this great fundraiser. And
there was no comment in the PayPal. It just, I don't see, I'm not going to read it anyways, but there's no comment. It just says the person's name, which I'm not going to read for obvious reasons. It says contributor. I don't think there's a comment. If you added a comment, it didn't come through, but I don't see it. It just says her name, but I'm not going to say who it is.
No idea how much money we're going to raise. But now.
What did Kate say?
Now.
Keem won't care.
It's
He won't
ASPCA
care.
month.
But I'm kind of hoping he does, Kate.
This reminds me.
Kind of hoping he does.
This
Kate.
reminds me of Chantal taking in all those donations for Sasa.
Isn't it funny though when I tagged Keem like a year ago in something about what a piece of crap they are? They all lost their minds, and now she's openly bragging. I went to Keem. Damn straight I did. Good. Because you know what? I've learned it's much more fun to watch an idiot ruin her own channel than to it's just way more fun to watch idiots ruin their own shit. So girl, give me the popcorn, AMC extra butter. Let's get it. Let's go.
All those donations.
God, I can't believe why did I just say it like that? Ugh.
And then saying, okay, I'm giving her the money, but you know, if you don't trust me, then you show me where you donate.
It's Bussy's revenge.
Understand? FFG,
Did someone block the other Bussy channel again?
They may not
damn
be
it.
your money. Okay, you're literally using your channel as some type of vessel, right? It's some type of vessel to solicit donations from the community. And that's a great thing. Listen, that's a great thing.
Oh, is it a great thing? Okay.
No one is going to sit here, not a single person is going to say, no, don't give money to the SPAC.
That's a fucking lie. Your friends who you've been sucking ass for the last 20-something minutes are complaining about it. What do you mean no one's going to say that? They absolutely will say that, and they have. What are you talking about? He doesn't even know, like, whose asses he's kissing. He's just throwing fucking names out there.
That's what you want, though, right? I think what you want,
Bussy,
you want
please,
is someone to talk negatively about this and say, oh, you've got a problem with helping animals then. I'm using my platform to help animals. You have some type of problem? But what you're doing is you're taking money from the community that already gave you money yourself.
So translation, what you're doing is you're taking money from the community that could be donated to me so I could buy my mother a brand new pair of panties for Christmas. That's all. What else do you hear? This is the most, GorlicBread, this is the most selfish, stupidest fucking take I've heard from anybody, and we live in a world where Yaba exists. So what you're doing is taking money away from a community. Yeah, and giving it to fucking charity. Like, are you kidding me right now? You're a fucking degenerate, Booty.
Did you not watch Robin?
You've made enough money for yourself, and what you're doing is you're taking away extra money that we could be getting for ourselves for all the hard work we do. What the fuck is wrong with you? GorlicBread, get a fucking job. Oh god, if there's any justice in this world, the demonetization bug will hit you again because you are one of the worst. GorlicBread is one of the worst, and all the cows we've covered on this channel, he is one of the worst. Like, he makes my skin crawl. There's a female, I'm not going to call you out, you're in chat if you want to say who you are, feel free, who messaged me and said he gets all of my hold on. I don't want to have you say it because if you don't want to say it out loud. He gets all of my female alarms going off or something. I forget how she said it. And I was like, yeah, as a homosexual man, same.
Cause I'm a homosexual man.
Robin Hood. I feel like if you would have watched Robin, it's a very simple story. It's a very simple story. I feel like if you would have watched Robin Hood, you would have understood the principles of this. The principles, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, okay? Robin Hood was not taking from the rich to donate. He was not taking from the...
He was taking from the rich to give to the poor. Is this motherfucker lost his mind?
Rich to make sure that he had a month that everyone could just go and donate. No, he was taking money and he was doing good with it. That's kind of like...
He was taking money from the rich, you fucking dum-dum, and giving it to the poor. To charity. He was taking from the rich and giving it to charity. You are fucking, what's his name? Who's in the Disney movie? Who's the guy with the crown? You are King. Oh my God, what's his name? Robin Hood is one of the worst examples you can use. This motherfucker is the guy from the Disney movie. Oh my God, Prince John. You are Prince John crying about Robin Hood. How dare you take money and give it to the poor? Because you think that you, Prince John, are owed that money because you've still convinced yourself that you make great content. You have I mean, Belinda, this just gets dumber and fucking dumber. We might have to part 2 this tomorrow because, you know what, I want to stream more in December before we get into more video stuff, and this video's getting on my fucking nerves. Where the hell's Belinda's comment? I'm not 100% present, but I mean, I've been thinking that for a while, but yeah, I can't find Belinda's comment. Oh my God, stop it. You stole a sandwich from Bridget. How dare you? Gorlick, this is nuts. Even for you.
Exact opposite. It's kind of the exact
And this literally, this is the crux of, this is it. This is why they're upset. This is why the Charlie Goads and the Poverty Pigs, this is why they're really upset. FFG has made enough money off of Chantal, and they work hard, and they want to make that kind of money too. And how dare Chantal, how dare FFG, instead of accepting her cancellation and fucking off and letting them get the super chats now, how dare her come back and say, hey, give the money to ASPC, because that money could have been money that could have funneled into their live streams had FFG fucked off forever. That's all it is. That's all this is right now. This is embarrassing.
Opposite you were doing. And let's talk about how the community knew this, okay?
Oh.
Listen,
boy.
again, if we're being honest, if we're being objective, right? We all knew.
Which you're not.
Put a 1 in the chat for everyone that says I'm not watching the chat. I'm watching all of you. I'm trying to stay. I'm very much trying to stay on track. Okay? Everyone put a 1 in the chat. A single number 1 on your keyboard if you knew that BBJ had kidney issues. I'm gonna let everyone have at it. Just a 1 in the chat. It literally is like David Copperfield.
When you say kidney issues, you mean like real kidney issues, or the ones you claim to have when you lied to the Madden community and said you were dying? Like, what are we talking about?
I'm gonna do this with one hand. I'm gonna take all your money with you. I'm gonna take all your money with my right hand. But look at my left hand. Look at my left hand conveniently giving money to the ASPCA.
Oh, I know, Belinda.
It is no different. Literally, it is no different. If you're not aware, it is no different than when Macho Man Randy Savage wanted to actually fight Hulk Hogan, and they were going to make it into a donation stream, and the premise was, if Hulk said no, Macho Man was going to say, I guess you didn't want to help kids with donations then. It is the same exact principles. We're going to get to that, Bella. We're going to get to everything. I have no idea. Like, there is 5 people, 6 people in this community right now supporting FFG, and rather than go be amongst your people in her chat and bask in this, you choose to be in my stream. You've waited. You've sat here and you've waited, making $600 an hour with your day, right? You've decided, much like FFG, that you are not going to worry about that $600 an hour you make. You are instead going to spend it sitting here amongst people who don't even agree with you.
He's so mad.
Can you not reach down to your Nokia track phone and press 1 to even acknowledge that you were aware BBJ had kidney issues?
Who's he talking about? Who's he talking about? Does anybody know? Because he is, I swear he's about to cry. Either that or he's passing one hard fucking turd.
Because Sean Paul was very, very much open to this. This would not have blindsided
I'm peeing
any
myself. We don't know,
if you
Kate. We have no idea. I think he's
BBJ
having
had
a
kidney
medical
issues.
issue.
I would say,
I really think he's having like some kind of stroke or something.
We've known this. We've known this. But now, since so many of you want to get in.
You know what they say? This could have been an email. This could have been an email. He has said nothing. This could have been an email.
To this Swiss cheese-esque story.
Correct, comrade.
I do not have high blood pressure. I do not. I was waiting for Yaba's stream to end. Like, I've been
he's even admitting it. He's even admit. I said it an hour ago, and he just admits again. What have I been wrong about? When I started this stream, what's the first thing I said? I said, of course, GorlicBread went live last night, but of course, he had to wait for Yaba to finish, and clearly Yaba didn't send anybody over because this stream has not hit 4,000 views yet after 23 hours. So, but I called it. So what have I been wrong about again?
Like a little tea kettle here, because this literally, I'm gonna be honest.
This was live, yeah. Belinda, he thought that she was gonna send like 2,000 people to his stream, and of course they didn't go.
Seeing all of you be taken advantage of this way, and seeing the absolute hypocrisy
it's
of
too
responding
much.
this way while having the audacity to play an intro that is built around Salah. Speaking of hypocrisy,
Who's he talking
insane.
about? Does anybody know what the fuck he's talking about? Because I'm fucking lost.
and that's a lie. Why do I need anyone to rent anything? I have a home. You now know people have came to my home.
No, we know that people have come to a place you live in, and I still don't believe it's your own. But let's say it is your own, you're renting it. Like, let's stop acting like you bought a house. Even if you do, I don't think Bridget said it was a house. I don't honestly believe Bridget. If I'm gonna go back and watch those videos back and try to find them, but if this person is true, I gotta understand why his mom would have been sitting there waiting to take her medication if he doesn't live with her. Like, I mean, if this woman can't take her medication on her own, I don't think she's got the ability to travel freely or easily. So why was she there? And why would Bridget say, get off the couch and give your mom her meds unless you all live together? It just doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm gonna try to find it.
I don't block people, Pauls. I'm sorry. It's kind of fun, though. Like, it's kind of fun to see people be so ignorant.
He's so bothered.
To be so ignorant that they sat there tonight. They watched
Glenn, isn't he just fun? He's so bothered.
FFG. Okay, FFG, again, she talked about this.
Oh, you know, he's
3 months-
really, I guarantee you, he is so angry seeing that she still had 2,500 people and all this money got donated. I bet to you he is so angry right now. He's probably spitting butter. He's spitting garlic cloves. Guarantee you.
Checkup. No paperwork.
Guarantee
But
you.
during these 3-month checkups, BBJ was going to the vet, and BBJ was having urine tests for kidney function. Not a blood test. Not a blood test, understand, but a urine test.
Yeah.
And then FFG said, well, you don't understand what happened. BBJ couldn't pee.
It's performative,
So
Cherry.
you mean
yes.
to tell us
It's very performative.
that you got in your cigarette mobile, you drove BBJ over to the vet, and the vet was sitting there and saying, oh, well, we're trying to take a urine sample. But
You got in your cigarette. Relax, Corky Jr. It's not funny when she does it. It's not going to be funny when you do. You all fucking knew she smoked. Not if you had an issue with her cigarettes. Now all of a sudden the cigarettes are a thing. No, she smoked with her pets. Her cigarettes. Corky, you're trying too far. Corky Jr., you're trying way too hard. You're trying way too hard. Like, you need to, like, stop. Maybe get your own personality. Maybe get your own content. But this is crazy. Like, the screaming for Charlie. Now the cigarettes are an issue. Like, I'm getting embarrassed for you, and I don't want to be embarrassed for you because you do not deserve it.
But the cat can't.
He's trying so hard, Cherry. He's sweating stem cells. Kate Winslet for the win. He's trying so hard to come off as this, like, badass, unified Yaba Charlie. You know, like I said, it was him, FFG Yaba. Now it's gonna be him, Yaba Charlie, the holy fucking trinity right there. We got butter on the top, we got lard on the left, and we got a fucking high cholesterol on the right. The holy trinity.
That can't be. And we have ways that we can go in and we can do an extraction, but we're not going to do that.
This has to be
Okay?
a part 2.
Because
I feel
clearly
like
the pet has some
this
type of
stream is
blockage.
too good. We're gonna go for a little bit more though.
This
and
is
then
what you were saying.
We're gonna figure out the rest.
You then said that this only happened
Yeah.
when BBJ was at the vet.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. But regardless, the real massive gaping
Why don't you
hole in
explain
your story
why it doesn't make a lot of sense?
is that the vet
Yep.
gave you something to help comfort.
No, his cat died, Belinda. Or he had 2. I think he lost 2 cats in a year or something, and he wanted her to leave her dying father to console him over the cats. I think that's what she said.
BBJ. Right? This is again you being, I don't know, the Mother Teresa of BBJ's life. And you said, fine, I'll take that, whatever you're giving me, that magical prescription, and I'm going to go home for 5 days. What are you doing those 5 days, FFG? Like, literally, what were you doing those 5 days?
He's literally repeating the talking points he's seeing from Corky Pig on Twitter. That's FFG in a hijab. I didn't even notice that. Is that... I knew that was Chantal, so he put her face in Chantal. I mean, it's just... You know... These are the same people who say Maraham. There's no... Although FFG used to say that too, which it's something else I used to call out. But everybody ignored me.
So, you went to the vet. The vet's told you very bad news. Some of the worst news.
Why don't you take this energy to Zachary Michael, GorlicBread, whose vet told him that his dog most likely had an impacted bladder or would need surgery, and Zachary responded with, "No, I think the dog's just depressed on my behalf because I got dumped 7 months ago. I'm gonna try to treat it with Zoloft or Prozac or whatever." Where's this energy for Zach? Oh, that's right, pussy. You're probably in Zach's comments because, of course, Zachary made another video where. I had to sneeze, sorry. I had to sneeze. Zachary's made another video where, now I'm looking at the farm, sorry, I've been reading the farms, he is linking Charlie's FFG videos in the description. Like, it's so obvious. And it's so embarrassing how stupid these audiences are willing to be openly because they hate Chantal. It's so coordinated. It's the poverty pigs are under his comment section now. Hey, Zach, we're here, present and accounted for. I can't take it. Of course, Zachary will welcome them in. Forget about the calling gay men predators and saying they're obsessed with kids to forget all of that. Zachary will be like, what? Oh, I don't like Gigi. He deserves the homophobia because he's Gigi and he like totally like fucked up our operations 5 years ago. So as far as I'm concerned, like he's not like a gay that deserves like, you know, non-bigotry, because that's what Zachary will do. In between sobbing because he got dumped over a year ago.
Yet, as a pet parent, right? You come home, and boy, when we ever find that date out, you decide to share none of this with the community.
I hope she never says the fucking date at this point because I know how bad you all want to hear it. I hope she never says the fucking date. I hope she goes forward with foodie content like none of you motherfuckers exist. I do wish though she would do one GorlicBread, how dare you cancer scammer stream. That would tickle me immensely, but she probably won't. But if she does, I will throw a hefty donation to ASPCA.
Is that because you were too busy screaming?
Oh, that's all we
Yelling,
need, Dusty.
raging?
I'm waiting for Michael B. Petty to tear himself away from his clip channel that I know he runs, and come back as himself, and totally. I'm waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it.
At Chantal? So you weren't going to tell anyone about this?
Hello, mouthy bunch.
Instead, as recent as June of this year.
Yep.
In June, you told us that BBJ was frolicking. BBJ was like a brand new kid. Remember, BBJ, much like you claim our community is, what was feral. You know remember those little poofs? Those little poofs.
2,500 people showed up for her tonight. GorlicBread. She raised $893. This performative bullshit you're doing is going to backfire on you and your friends immensely, and I am going to be tickled pink.
Poofs you were telling us about? I'm sure you're familiar with poofs. You know, like the cheesy poofs that Eric Cartman might destroy. Maybe it was a similar poof.
You make everything so awkward. You poofs. You guys familiar with poofs, right? You know the poofs that Eric Cartman from South Park. You guys know the joke, right? The cheesy poofs. You make everything awkward. You guys ever see that movie, The Heat? I fucking love that movie with Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock. And they're in the bathroom at the club, and she's fixing her Spanx, and Sandra Bullock says something, and Melissa McCarthy goes, "God, see, this is what you do. You make everything so awkward." That's GorlicBread. He makes everything so fucking awkward. Stop. If you have to explain your stupid joke, GorlicBread, you probably shouldn't say it.
I don't know. But you were talking to us.
I'm going to let my dogs out. I can listen, though. I'm going to go on mute, though, and let them out, because she's staring at him. You go potty, mama? She's like, yeah, Dad, I got pee-pee. Right? I'm gonna let him play. I'm probably going to scream in the background. I'm not going to mute, in case I want to scream from the side of the house. I'll be right back.
Very, very insistently, so we could understand about how feral PBJ was when it came to these poofs. But now, all of a sudden, you're telling us, no, none of that was happening. There was these 5 days where BBJ was on this medication, and remember that I was the savior. I was the one that made all of this possible because you instantly transferred this into yourself. You instantly transferred this into your rescue. You instantly began to talk to us about how you made sure that BBJ was
blah,
comforted.
blah,
Because, of course,
blah. You faked cancer.
That was the most important part of all this, is that we remembered that you were directly connected to BBJ's comfort and BBJ's rescue. And then you go on. You go on and go one step further. And you try to insinuate that if this cat had been with anyone else, anyone but you, that, well, maybe someone wouldn't have noticed that there was a problem with the cat. Let's also just be very clear, FFG. Since you can't answer any other questions, right? Could you tell us who actually had the pet? Like, who actually had the pet, right? Because here's the thing. I mean, I'm just going back and I'm just thinking about all the times that we were openly, as a community, ridiculing Chantal. So much of that was based around, well, let's just call it an elongated vacation Chantal took, right? We all know Chantal took this very long, extravagant Kuwait vacation, right? And that's when all the problems started. So my question, FFG, is really kind of centering around your vacations. Who was watching BBJ on your vacations. Because if the community got to make this massive deal about Chantal's vacations, then shouldn't we also maybe, just to be fair and balanced and, you know, not to be this community that just dislikes a person for whatever reason, shouldn't we be upfront and honest and say, hey, what about your vacations? We don't get to do that. But then you tell us something very, very honest. Perhaps the most honest thing that you ever said during the stream tonight. You said that you don't regret it. I mean, honestly, it took you about 8 minutes, but you finally got there, right? You finally got to the point where you said, listen, I don't regret this. I'm sure that you don't regret it. I am positive, as a matter of fact. If there was
Do you think
one
Yaba
thing...
sent him a
if there
good
was
job
one-
for this? You think Yaba sent him I am so cringing the whole time listening to this. I am cringing so insufferable, Belinda. He is such a try-hard loser. It scares me. However, I believe he just lied. So correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm eating almonds because I love nuts. I'm eating almonds. I have a question. Did FFG say... I have to go back and listen, but I don't know if anybody remembers. Did FFG say, I shudder to think what would happen if anyone else had the cat? Or would anybody... If anyone else had the cat, would they have known there was a problem? Because I thought she specifically said if the cat had stayed with Foodie Beauty. Why is he making it sound like she said something like, you know, he's trying to imply that she suggested that if anyone else in the community had gotten that cat, nobody would have noticed it. I don't think that's what she said. I could be wrong.
One thing in your video that I said, yes, that I believe.
While I'm chewing my nuts.
It was the fact that you didn't regret it. Because you made...
No, they're not Jordan almonds. They're Blue Diamond almonds, lightly salted with sea salt. Low sodium, heart healthy.
thousands of dollars each stream. Thousands of dollars. But remember, those 5 days...
She
that
said
apparently
previous
you
odor. Thank you. He's so disingenuous and dishonest, it makes me sick.
Jay on medications and you knew the end was likely near.
And the level of jealousy that her content on Chantal can afford her a European vacation, and this motherfucker has to do DoorDash. It's the jealousy for me. It's too much.
You couldn't carve out something in your multiple hour streams to just let people know. But again, now everything is okay because you're going to...
It's an almond. It's an almond because there's one L.
Simply refund people.
Don't start this shit again.
And when you said that you were going to refund people, something that you also mentioned, which again, very Chantal coded, was that you knew people had been talking. You knew people.
I hope that after all this ass kissing and lying, he at least got a... That was a banger DM. Like, at least tell me you got a banger. I hope you were at least told it was a banger, Gorlick.
People had been talking. Who was talking? Oh, that's right. That's right. For anyone not aware, it was us. It was us. It was Yaba. It was me. It was Charlie. It was Tippy. It was Pulpy. Everyone was talking.
Charlie! All of a sudden, he sees Charlie Gold. Funny how Charlie Gold never existed when it was all FFG. Charlie who? Charlie what? I don't know a Charlie. But now that FFG's out of the picture, Charlie. Oh boy. It's a pecan. Mind your business, Breezel.
Was talking, right? You know the community was talking. And then you say, anyone that wants that refunded, just, trust you, right? Just trust me. Trust me. Confidentially reach out to me.
I mean, it sounds like a better story than you telling people you were dying and then not dying. I mean, I find that to be much more trustworthy.
I'm your friend, remember? Remember, all you have to do
No,
is...
that's not what she said, you schmuck. You schmuckazoid. She said if you feel that you were scammed by giving me money I didn't ask for, send me proof of receipt and I will give you the money back. She's not saying I'm your friend. She's watching you jealous hyenas and all of your dumbass audience members pretend to give a fuck about a cat, and she's probably like, you know what? You want the money back? Let me know. I'll give it to you. End of story. Simple. What's the problem? What's the problem?
Do is send an email over.
Oh,
and just,
Jay.
I don't know.
Behave.
Let me know your banking information, or let me know the super chat that you sent, or I don't know, send some type of
What a waste of
screenshot
stem
to me,
cells.
and I'll just
I'm choking my nuts.
I'll just what? magically
right,
find
Belinda?
a way to
It's too
send
much.
you the money back through PayPal or through a check or through.
Well, no, but let me explain something, Gorlick. She probably saved the money she made here. See, she doesn't recklessly spend it on baseball cards and sporting events and then not pay her credit card bills. That's my guess. So she probably has a good chunk of savings because she, unlike you, actually probably has portfolios and was smart with her money. Does that help? Hopefully it helps.
Through, I don't know, some type of Gatecoin. How are you going to
He's so
personally
jealous.
refund all these
They
people?
all are.
And again,
What do you mean, how's he going to... See, this is spoken like a man who doesn't have a savings account. This is spoken like a, dare I say, a bum. How are you going to refund all these people? With money that she probably saved because she doesn't waste her money on baseball cards, Furbies, and sporting events. Just a thought.
again, because we talk about Chantal so much, it made me think a lot about how Chantal dealt with this, how you could deal with this. Remember when you said,
Right? Why don't you hold financial class, GorlicBread, and show us all how to save our money and how to get good discounts on credit cards that we don't pay? I think you should head a class, a master class in financial freedom.
about Sasa and the donations, that was all just this big problem. And the reason it was a problem for UFFG was because Chantal was willing to privately communicate to these people and let them know updates on their donations. So this is my question. Why couldn't you do the very same?
And that's correct, Belinda. When I fucked up that GoFundMe, not realizing that they donate money, I offered refunds. And even that was a problem. Oh, he offered refunds. Yeah, because I'm not a money-hungry, greedy fuck trying to support a family and a grifter. I'm not a money-hungry, greedy fuck trying to buy refrigerators and pay for people's rent while dodging rent myself. I didn't want to keep that money, and I said, hey, if you want it back, message me. Only in this little space is refunding and charity work a bad word. Bad words. Like, it says everything you need to know, which again, and I say this every stream, I cackle when idiots and the idiots who watch idiots have negative things to say about me and my opinions. Oh, we hate you here. Good. My job here is done.
Very same thing. Why couldn't you sit there today and say, listen, anyone that donated and feels wronged, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel validated, and that not only I was doing all the right things here, but your money helped me do those right things. So what'll happen is if you really do feel some type of way and you reach out and you show me that you donated,
Fucking kid.
what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have you sign this little NDA that basically says, hey, you're not going to run to one of the reaction channels because all we care about is you.
I can't speak to her about that. I know she said she would never do memberships. She did them for a month. She donated a shit ton of money to some charity. She turned them off. Then she came back, and then she turned them back on again. And I think I read in the forums that she said there was a plan for that, but I don't know what the plan is, if there is one. But that's all I know.
You and me having a private conversation about making this right. So if you sign this NDA, I'm going to send you a little PDF. I'm going to send you a little, I don't know, PowerPoint that I've put together, and it's going to show you all the times we went to the vet. It's going to show you all the things that happened, and then you'll be able to look at that and say, you know what? All that money I gave went to the right place, the right person, and it did the right thing. Why can't you do that?
He says so much without saying
really,
a single
why
fucking
can't you do
thing.
that? You have this big...
Because she doesn't owe you shit, GorlicBread, and the only thing I hope she does is drag you for filth with those cancer sheets, because 2,500 people should see all that, I think. But outside of that, she doesn't owe you anything at this point. And none of you motherfuckers gave a shit about all the other stuff she was doing. So I'm with her. Fuck it. Don't address the cat. Don't tell anybody when the cat passed. Keep doing Chantal. Keep raking in that money. And keep pissing off Porky Pig, Charlie Goad, and friends. I think that's a great plan at this point, and I hope she continues in that direction.
big problem when Chantal wanted to do that, but now you can't do that. It literally makes no sense. And why are we doing all of that? Well, just like Tosh Anakacha, I have no idea how to pronounce that said. Because tomorrow on Monday, You just want to get back to the, as you called it, the regular schmegular. You just want to go back to just, oh, let's make fun of Chantal. You know, if you haven't been around FFG, there's not much going on with Chantal. As a matter of fact, she hasn't posted in about 2 days. So I don't know what regular schmegular you plan on getting back to, but there's not much there waiting for you. I guess if you want to review anything, you can maybe find yourself over to Hectic Llama and watch all those videos that had nothing. So I really don't understand what you tried to do tonight, but I do know it didn't work, and I do know the community, we're not going to let this go. Zoopflute says, I'm embarrassed to say I gave her super chats, but now my purchase history doesn't list her anymore. Yeah, I would say that's weird. I would say that's suspicious. It could be, but look, it could be a time thing. Do you know how long ago those super chats were? Maybe they don't last. Let me check. Hold. Super professional YouTuber. Hold on.
Yeah, let's ask the guy. Let's ask the guy who doesn't pay his credit card bills to see how far back his financial statements go. That's a great fucking plan. Oh. While you're there, GorlicBread, could you get us your credit score?
Let me just see what happens. That's actually exactly what I was going to do, Catty Kitty. I'm going to go to my Gmail, and I'm going to put in Super Chat, and I'm going to see if I can pull my receipts. I feel like I should be able to. Now I'm getting all of your Super Chats coming up. Does it say receipt? It probably says purchase. Super Chat purchase.
This is riveting content, GorlicBread. Riveting. I am. Who's here? Who here is riveted? You as riveted as I am?
Yeah, it's still
I
there.
am
If you
so
go,
riveted.
If you go to your email.
I'm just
and
full
you
of
just
rivet.
search Super Chat receipt or Super Chat purchase.
Okay.
They are all there. I can see. This is from. Let me take a look. When is this one from? This is from November 11th of 2021.
Yeah, me and
It's
exactly,
thanking me for my
Leo.
purchase,
Me and
for a
Yama
channel
and
that no
Charlie
longer
are
exists,
not letting
just
this
so we're-
go. Way to go.
Unfortunately,
Way
no
to
longer
go. Way to go.
exists.
There it
We'll
is.
call it CPP.
That's perfect. Oh, what are you gonna? Whoa! What are you gonna call it? What did he just say? You might want to rethink that name. Me, Yama, and Charlie. Exactly. No one else gives a fuck. Uncle Leo, and they proved that tonight. They don't care.
21. It's thanking me for my purchase. For a channel that no longer exists, just so we're unfortunately no longer exists. We'll call it CPP. Yes, we're gonna call this channel CPP, and this video is titled "Live Catch 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time" by CPP, and you can tell that the super chat was $50.
Do you think that he sent a $50 super chat? You think that was part of the agreement he made with Discover Card?
But you cannot see, unfortunately, what the super chat was for. I remember. What
Oh my god! What amazing! Hold on, he's boring me. Let's get gay for a second. Where is it? Doctor. Is it Doctor? Yeah, Dr. Funny Girl. The people who hated it didn't watch the stage play. I thought it was amazing. And I was all weekend, this past weekend, I was pissing everybody off because we'd be out like at a restaurant, or whatever. It was a long weekend, and I would just sit there going, "I couldn't be happier." My sister's like, "Will you shut up?" I said, "No, I couldn't be happier."
That was for. It was to purchase them lunch for what they had done.
Who are they talking about, Breezel? See, who is he talking about? He gave $50 to somebody to buy lunch. So Discover gave $50 to somebody. Who is he talking about?
But it does not say what it was for. So you could probably find them.
I remember when I lost my mind. That's you might be crazy. Is that Outcast?
But you won't be able to find what they were for. So you might have a little problem there.
Leave her alone, is what I say. Leave her alone. Oh, I gotta move this down. Shit, hold on. Leave her alone is what I say. Such a good movie. I can't wait till I can watch them both together at home.
Yeah, did anyone not notice on the screen? Perhaps you overlooked it. That is not Chantal holding the picture of BBJ. That is FFG holding the picture of BBJ. Which
so good,
I'm
Dr.
sure.
Funny, so good.
This is not the this is the I gave my cats away for you moment.
trying to turn this into a negative after you all kissed her ass. I've said this before. I'll say it again. It's such a bad look. But please continue. No, Gnarls Barkley. I just came to my head. Oh yeah, Capone said it. I don't know why the hell I was thinking Outkast. Sorry.
No one. Are you serious? Hold on.
That's like the only song he ever had, right?
We're starting early. I guess we're not. Did you notice?
Oh, a poacher channel? I don't watch that.
Unless
I watch it. The only time I see anything related to that kind of content is if I'm watching like one of those true crime shows or like body cam stuff. That's it. What is he doing?
Listen, vote honestly. Don't be like FFG. Vote honestly. I really want to know.
He's talking about this woman like he won. They're talking about her like they got one over on her, and I'm like, she still had so many viewers, and they raised almost $1,000. Like, how long before they realize this is completely backfiring? Like, I'm sorry, Zachary Michael and his all of a sudden his newly dropped non-binary balls are not going to fix this for you all. Nobody cares. They clearly went into her chat tonight, 2,500 strong. The chat was flying by. Nobody cares. How many more times do people have to tell you this? Nobody cares. And the funny part is, the ones who are trying to make this a thing, they haven't really seen a bump in channel growth. Maybe subscriber count, but not view count. So what is the goal?
Like a minute and a half on this. Okay?
What is the goal? Someone explain this
Bank
to
doesn't
me.
show
I'm
which
confused.
reactor your Apple Pay went to.
Oh boy.
Well, listen, I've done like a lot of mashups between FFG and Amber, and people have been. I think the last time I did it, people were like, "Hey, who is that other person beside FFG?" And I was like, "That's Amber," and they were like, "Oh my god."
Did your friends give you a pat on the back, GorlicBread? Did they reach out to you and say, "Good job, Brian. Good job, GorlicBread. We'll promote you one day, promise"? Did you get a little pat on the back? Mm-hmm.
I try really hard to do a good job. I mean, listen, I'm not
No,
gonna.
you don't. You suck. You're boring. You're lazy. Your content's terrible, and you're only live streaming because you lost algorithm motion while you were gone for 3 months, and people also pissed you off. You also pissed people off by doing your website. Your content is dry. It's boring. You don't have a personality. You're not funny. You're not entertaining. And anybody in that chat who tells you are, it's just because they hate Chantal. And I said this before. Spend the next month doing pre-recorded content videos again that are not clickbait, and you let me know how your views go in January. Let me know what the numbers say. In a world of such lazy content creators, he's one of the laziest. It's crazy. It's crazy to me to say I do a good job. Good job doing what? What do you do a good job doing? Your whole persona is a lie. You fake the terminal illness. You give this woman relationship advice when you don't have one yourself, a stable one, and can't keep one. You give her financial advice when you've been sued by 2 credit card companies. What do you do a good job at other than lying to this community? Lies that would get anybody else run out of the community, but you're lucky because the least successful creators in GorlWorld need allies. And unfortunately, when you're at the bottom of the barrel and all you got sitting there is a GorlicBread, you got to take GorlicBread. That's the only reason why you're still a thing.
Gonna spend hours and days on these things, but I do try. I do try to take things that you guys will understand. You know, when I guess when I first started doing them, someone claimed that I was taking them from someone else. You'd have to go back and look. Somebody like did a whole video that I was like taking images from other people, and
you were taking. Look how he lies. He was taking gameplay footage from other content creators or creators on social media, adding his voiceover. And when the owner of one of the clips called him out on it, he pretty much said, "Don't put stuff on the internet if you don't want people to use it." And now look at him go, "I was accused of doing things, and I don't even know where that came from." You were.
And using them as mine, I literally had to show like the layered file to be like, nope, I made this, but whatever.
No, you didn't. I'm going to find that tweet, mofo, hopefully for the next stream, where you really said to the person, you put it on the internet. Don't be mad that someone else used it. And now he's over here just like, yeah, I proved that it was my content. No, it wasn't. You admitted that you took their footage and you blamed them for it. You victim blamed. This is nuts.
YouTube could pull up the records. I would imagine that this is gonna go okay, aluminum brain. No, all I did was take the original picture and put FFG's face where Chantal was.
Oh, genius! This guy is a master in his craft. Kate, you better shut your channel down now, because this guy is a genius. Mastercraft.
Did we lose our troll? Did our troll give up already? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jimmy's AI stuff is good, but you know, you can really sometimes just you need to do an old-fashioned blur and manipulation of a photo.
Oh,
you'd have to go back and
Although
look.
Bridget also accused him of stealing shit too, didn't she? Bridget said that she had done some AI avatar stuff, and Moody just took it and put it on his merch, and he was all proud of it. And she was like, "Excuse me, when did you take that? Excuse me."
Years old, Bally. It's years old. Yes, these are legitimate. These are legitimate photoshops, not AI. Oh, we just ignored them. Okay.
Yeah, that they're legitimate photoshops, guys. Legitimate.
I think a lot of people can be fooled by Photoshop more than they can be fooled by anything else.
I can't take it. It's too much. Oh boy.
Yeah, I took BBJ for you. Yeah, wouldn't it be I took BBJ from you? I mean, the worst part about this is
this passion.
How's that Garth Brooks song go?
This guy makes me fucking delirious.
Or no, is it a Toby Keith song?
This guy makes me delirious. Like, you have to question the sanity of all these lonely women who are sitting at maybe they just, I don't know, they're just sitting here. They're like, oh my god, GorlicBread, oh my god. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know, something like if you knew now what you knew then, or I don't know. Hold on. Beer for my horses? No. I don't know. It's something like that. But the reality is, if we knew,
blame it all on my roots. I choked on my almonds. I choked on my boots.
What would happen to BBJ today?
I showed up in boots.
You would literally sit there and
ruin your black tie affair.
Feel worse because all this pet did was get used as a pawn.
Motherfucker, what do you mean he was used? Oh my god. You guys hearing this shit? Do you guys hear the twisting he's having to do? He's like a little fucking pretzel.
With Chantal or FFG. The only difference is FFG found... Okay.
Look at them all acting brand new. Like she went and got that... Oh god. They all applauded her for it. Now they're like, yeah, she went to get that cat and she used it.
Hey guys, FFG found a way to absolutely monetize all of this.
Emotional support me too.
In a way that Chantal never could. I absolutely agree that one of the worst parts of this was
the fact that she made all this money and you and your friends are not making that money, and you've worked so hard to cancel her and you're still not making that money. That's the worst part of this. Not for you guys. I think it's the best part of it. I'm fucking loving every second of it.
Up the facade that BBJ was doing.
I just I almost passed away with these damn blue diamond almonds. Somebody get them on line 1.
And saying that she was going to send pictures of BBJ to Chantal or video. I mean, honestly, who does that? Right? Who does that?
Bitch. No, tiny lasagna. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Bitch. If she's gonna give the cat back, trust me. Watch.
Weird. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, GorlicBread thought it was the funniest thing ever. Now he says, who does that? Who uses a cat? Who uses a cat to get one over on? Who does that, guys? Guys? Who uses a cat to get over on somebody, guys? You fucking loved it 2 years ago.
I mean, this is like... this is what an adult does to a child they feel can't deal with the loss of a pet. We'll just get another one. They'll never know the difference. Just go get another goldfish. You know, you really thought you were gonna do that to a bunch of adults, or were you really just so?
I strive to have the level of no problems that this man has. I mean, doesn't pay his bills, shows up to court, begs for payment plans, probably taking care of our mommy. She probably does his laundry too. Doesn't waste time with such mundane things like cleaning and hygiene and dieting. And she could spend all day acting offended and upset over a cat. Like, I strive to have the level of no problems that GorlicBread has. It must be fucking nice. If toxic masculinity does exist, he is the best example of it. Amen, Ham and Beans. Thank you so much for the super chat. Pipe down Yosemite Sam, Uncle Leo. That's great.
Influenced by income, that you didn't want to admit reality. You know, and the other side of it is if she would have just told everyone during the entire situation, like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what...
I wish she had, just so I could picture you, Porky Pig, Charles, all of you seething behind the scenes. That would have been such a lovely... That would have been such a lovely image, that all of you just seething behind the scenes as she made like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in one night. Oh, what could have been? What could have been?
This is what's happening. This is what I'm doing. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind.
Me too.
That money would have just been flooding in.
Oh, absolutely.
If she would have said, "Listen, BBJ maybe has about 5 days,"
guarantee you he took that point from me because we know he was watching me on my last stream, so he's just taking that from me. Like everything else, he just lives from everyone else.
Let's try to do as much as we can.
Yeah.
In those 5 days, thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it probably would have ended after that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I digress.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly have...
Hey, Lex, you made it! You're not on the scene? You're not on the... Oh, wait, hold on. Where did I go? Oh, you're not on the scene? Good to see you, Lex. Probably going to be ending soon, but I think we're going to finish this tomorrow, because you know what? Why not? Why not? It's content, it's things to watch, it's shit to hang out with. We might just finish it tomorrow.
I have no idea, Bella, how this can go. Because, I mean, it really is. Just like we've said, this is like a...
Bella Italian in chat says, get ready for this level of stupid. Ready? An attorney can subpoena her financial records who donated if everyone crowdsources a lawsuit together. Oh my god. So fucking embarrassing. They think they're going to all crowdsource a lawyer to go after FFG because she took a cat. They literally hoisted her on her shoulders like she had just won the World Series, right? The GorlWorld World Series. And then decided to voluntarily send her money to spite an overweight woman in Kuwait City. They think they're going to crowdfund a lawyer for that. Oh, why did I snort? I'm sorry. It's just I'm getting deliriously tired. I think I'm gonna do like another minute, and then we're gonna end this. Then we might do a part 2 tomorrow. We'll see. I can't do it on Wednesday. I'm trying to get Belinda. I don't know if that old bitch is still here. I told Belinda I want to do a 1-800. No one cares. Hopefully Thursday. I'm pretty much out of commission next week, and I'm sure because it's my birthday weekend, and I'm just gonna be doing things. I got my steak dinner. I got other shit to do. So I want to get 2 streams in this week. So hopefully tomorrow night. And I want to see if Belinda wants to do a 1-800 No One Cares on Thursday, because I think I'm going to start my birthday celebration on Friday, because, I mean, why the fuck not? So hopefully Belinda will be ready Thursday night. But why am I talking about Belinda? Oh, because I'm getting tired, yeah.
Above and it's like premeditated.
That's me Saturday morning.
Like, all of this was very, very...
Store.
I'm not going to
Thank
sit here and
you.
say that FFG is dumb. Absolutely not. This is very, very intelligent. I mean, this is high level. This is intentionally taking something that you know has value to a community and then holding it above that community.
Still not as bad as telling your audience that you're dying and then not dying. I think that's way worse, but whatever. That's what FFG, I wish FFG would get this, and that is how FFG could shut this motherfucker up. I would play clips like this of him talking about, you know what you did, and you took something and you intentionally, you knew money, and then I would just wipe the floor with him with that cancer shit. I would show the comments of the fuck cancer, Moody Strong. I would show all of that, and then I would say, how dare you? How dare you take something you celebrated and try to make me look like a motherfucking scammer when you pretended to die before getting virtually engaged to multiple women in this community. You treat GorlWorld like it's a Tinder app. Take your calls of scamming back to the poverty pigs. Be gone. That's what I would do.
Intentionally.
But the best thing for her to do would be just ignore all and move forward with Chantal. But a girl can dream.
For maximum profit.
A girl can dream.
If she got her hands on smoking, we found out, she would show her face on the internet. Ugh.
Yeah, you don't care. All right, so this is 42 minutes in. So what I'm going to do is take a screenshot so I know that we left at 42 minutes in. And here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we will... let me get rid of... Hold on. How did I do with... having a Gorlick moment. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Now I want to get rid of this. All right. Tomorrow, we're either going to do a part 2. I know she shouldn't pay him dust, but polite, but it would be amazing. Because he's the last person who should be doing this. Like, I know he's just being a little attack dog, and he's trying to rebuild his brand or whatever, but he's the last person who should be talking about this. So tomorrow, we're either going to finish this video, or we're going to tackle something new that we find in going on around here. So I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. I'm going to try to go a little earlier because I don't know why oh God, I'm full of burps why I went so late, but we'll try to do something earlier tomorrow. It's either going to be all this mess related, or we'll see if something else happens. I'm not going to waste my time watching Zachary Michael because he infuriates me. He's been a fraud. I've been telling you the guy's a fraud. Have you guys noticed how he's completely undone his physical changes? Remember, for the last like 3 years, when you've been watching me, I've been saying how odd it is that when he first came into GorlWorld, he was, he didn't have purple hair. He was, I don't want to say he like leaned on the masculine side, but he wasn't like trying to be overly whatever. And then as soon as 2020 went to hell and all these reaction channels started getting shit, I noticed him. All of a sudden, the hair turns purple, the nails are colored, and he's suddenly just like, yeah, ha ha, he ho ho. And I kept telling you motherfuckers, he's just building his little identity shield because he's afraid that the shit that Charlie and Michael and an odd program situation were getting, he didn't want that to affect his channel. So he built himself a little identity shield. Oh, look at me, I'm sassy. Woo! And then he has his mental breakdown. And now he's back to like, oh yeah, I just, brown hair, no longer, no more pieces of flair. The guy's a fake, and I've been telling you all he's a fraud for a long time. And watching him regress to his true self, and no longer that overly overdramatic, over the top pandering guy that used to piss me off because people would say, oh, Zach's not mean, he's just gay, they're sassy. I hate that shit. And now he's trying to be like normal Zach. And it just... I clock everybody. I'm changing my fucking name. I don't think it was a phase, Lex. I've never heard of people having phases like that in their 30s. Like, I could see if you're 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and you're coming out of the closet, and you go to college, and you discover all of that. Okay, I get that. But a man in his 30s suddenly like, oh, you know what? I'm going to live my true self with purple hair and super this. And it always came off as disingenuous to me. And then he announced that he was non-binary, but he still was he, him. And I was like, then how are you non-binary? He's a pandering person. And, it is what it is. But I was right again. What else is new? Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go... the bidet. Oh my God, Noel took the bidet. Oh, did he really? I know he took the Netflix password. The bidet too. Yeah, he's too much. I can't stand him. But I haven't been able to stand him since the 2020 stuff where he sat back quietly and co-signed all the nasty shit being done. And then I realized you're a fraud too. And I was right, and I'm always right. Speaking of on-program situation, Kate, do you miss her? I always wonder, like, you think she's lost the weight? You think she's just living her best life? I'm going to go with no. But anyways, okay, I got to go. I'm tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I hate you, Chelsea. What does that say about me? 45 years old, you motherfucker. And you're like 60, so you shut up, Chelsea. All right, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're either going to finish this video or find something else, but we'll be here tomorrow. So have a good night or a good day wherever you guys are. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to leave you with some dancing foodies. Thank you for people who super chatted, and for the mods, thanks for being here. And for everyone who just hung out with us for a little while, for 2.5 hours, thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, look, it's Life with Ron. I'm leaving. Ron, good to see you. Okay, he is not a power top. Did he say that? He is not a power top. Anyways, Ron, good to see you. I got to go. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. Bye.